Hello and welcome everyone to this round one cast of the RSL. I am here with Red.quad. Say hello.
Yeah, hello everyone, I'm Red Quad and we are casting RSL.
And we are on New Sulfit. And in the 12 o'clock position in the color lime, playing as Protoss, we have Snakypoutz. And
Yeah, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
at the 5 o'clock position in the color gray or black, one of those two, playing as Zerg, we got Sakonoko, who is actually Porkraven. Or Porkraven, just. So, ZVP, what do you think will happen? How is the matchup normally going to be played out?
Yeah, for now it's we should see whether it's early aggression or an expansion from both players. Usually people feel more comfortable going expansions, Zerg and Protoss, but we can see everything. So far, Pylon on the natural for Protoss player.
Sorry, wait just 1 second. I'm watching the stream and it didn't update. No, it's actually live. Or just maybe.
Yeah, it is working. I also have it open.
Okay, why isn't it working for me? That's weird. Okay.
And
Sorry.
Packrat is already in the chat, so we see some players here already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's working.
really weird because I have the stream open as well, and it's not showing for me. It still sets the my overlay. Anyhow, I'll figure that out somehow. And we're seeing an normal over. No, that's
No, it's
an
12 hatchery, I
12
think,
hatchery. Oh wow.
or 11 hatchery. I missed this as well, but it's hatch first.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Um, how does 12 hatch compare to Forge expansion? I think the situation favors the Protoss if the Protoss goes Nexus first, just slightly.
Yeah, you see, it was Nexus before any cannons. I'm not expert on this as well, and might be wrong, but I think Protoss is fine. Now he don't even need this one cannon. He can go gate straight away, seeing that it was hatchery first.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, Nexus, Cannon. Everything's progressing pretty normally. Gateway on 15. That's an interesting wall.
Yeah, I don't like this cannon
Yeah,
placement, or something is wrong, or gateway
the gateway
placement.
placement is off. You can just put Forge next to the gateway, and then you need. And you would put the pylon. You would put the pylon over the little wood thingy. Do you see this?
Mm-hmm.
You would put the pylon there, and then you can put the forge on the left wall and the gateway on the right place, and then you have, I think, 2 or 3 gaps. But this way you can't place any more cannons. And if the Zerg Hydra busts you, your forge dies, and then you probably die as well.
Yeah, and we see Hydra Den from the Zerg player, by the way, early Hydra Den.
Yeah.
I think it could be something like 3H Hydra 973 build.
973, and this could be deadly considering the wall placement, because the Protoss player can't place any cannons that are effective, or maybe one.
Yeah, this time he also put Cybernetics core close to this wall, and it gives him even less space for additional cannons.
Yeah,
That can hurt.
so this might go extremely unfortunate for Snakypoutz, unfortunately.
Yeah, Hydra range upgrade is in production for the Zerg player. And he actually goes for the speedling upgrade as well. I'm not sure why and what's the plan. Usually you don't go speedlings with this build.
Yeah, true. You need your gas and minerals for the Hydras.
And it's a lot of drones. So it's not
Oh no, it's
Hydra
4
bust.
hatch.
Yeah, it's very unusual build for the Zerg. I think he doesn't need that early Hydra then. If he goes for a lot of hatcheries, he
Yeah,
can put it
exactly.
later. He has time even if it's fast Corsair. Maybe he afraid of the fast Stargate, but still there are some timings. Maybe one base Protoss can put very fast Stargate, but with
Oh,
expansion
yeah, you
you have.
can get that faster Stargate
And
if
now
you get an
Protoss
expansion.
scouts. Yeah, and now Protoss scouts everything and sees exactly what the Zerg's doing.
Yeah, it's kind of... let's see what the Protoss is doing meanwhile. The Protoss is lacking one gateway. Should get a second gateway up.
Now he gets.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, 2 gateways. 3 gateways before 4 gateways.
Yeah, we're like in a strange territory. People doing builds we don't know at all.
Yeah, that looks like, I don't know, late gateways for a Zealodolin. Because now he won't have minerals for Storm. Or like for the Templar Archives.
Yeah, and maybe he showed the Stargate because there was an Overlord. Oh no, he's just building the Corsair, I
Building a
think. Yeah,
Corsair.
at least one Corsair, it's what you need to build the Stargate.
Yeah, you should. And the Hydras are coming up toward the Protoss base now. So this is really dangerous, although there's still enough Zealots for the time being, but Storm will be really late. So once the Zerg player has a decent amount of Hydras, it's going to be hard for Snakypoutz to challenge it.
Yeah, some Hydras poking in, trying to kill the front buildings, but so far, no success.
Yeah, it goes
I
down.
think they can kill the Forge if carefully hold positioned.
I'm not sure. It's really weird. If you're on the 12 o'clock position as Protoss and you have the cannons right behind the forge, you can kill the Hydras even if they have the range upgrade.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So
Yeah, you're right.
12 o'clock position is really great for Protoss on this map.
Yeah, there is a very small distance between cannons and the Forge. Yeah.
Great tech progression for the Zerg player though. We're getting Overlord speed, we're getting Hydralisk attack.
Yeah, I'm confused about... oh, I see. I think it's fine. Yeah, getting...
Protoss player is getting Storm now, so... But... We're getting
Oh, I see
Hydras.
Lurkers from the Zerg. The Lurker upgrade is in production.
Well,
So it will be drop because of Overlord speed.
You think
Do you
so?
think?
This is an okayish timing for Lurkers. Like, the usual Lurker timing is around 9 minutes. So it's a tiny bit early, but... He got speed and he got range, so...
Oh yeah, and he's getting the 4th base, and I think those Lurkers can be put defensively there. We'll see. He's building 2 Sunkens. I think right now he don't need them because Zerg is on aggressive side, and those 2 Sunkens don't do much. Maybe 1 is enough.
Wait a second, help me out. Did he upgrade Overlord drop? I don't know the icons in this graphical settings. I usually playing cartooned, and it's a lot more clear what the upgrades do. And
yeah, it's actually... Now I see the speed icon. Yeah, I was also confused. I confused it with
speed. But before that he researched something else. Maybe he researched drop and then canceled it?
Yeah, he did.
Ah, okay.
He did research drop first and now research speed.
Okay, so he researches. Yeah, like I was confused.
Those Hydras busted all the cannons except 1. It's very dangerous for Protoss. He just has only 4 Zealots. He can just die immediately. And there are reinforcements from the bottom as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Hydras. I don't think Protoss can hold right now. No Storms, no...
Oh, and the High Templars die.
yeah, DT can help without Overlords. We'll see.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and DT is not attacking, unfortunately.
Now he's attacking. Yeah, this city will do some damage, but there's an Overlord right next to the cropping here.
Yeah, if Zerg realizes and moves it back, he can kill this DT, no problem. But
Yeah.
DT is invisible, you not always notice when your unit's dying.
Yeah, but this city is getting a lot of value right now.
Yeah, 7 kills, still Protoss lost all of his economy, all of his units. Even if this DT can hold it for now, still
I should just
it's game
move
ending
the
damage.
Overlord.
Yeah, or he just can
nice
A move
on the High
at this
Templar.
point. Second DT. There was a storm, which didn't do a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is basically GG. I don't think you can come back from that.
Yeah, and Zerg behind this has a nice economy. There are 4 Corsairs for Protoss trying to kill Overlords at Zerg's base, but this is just to distract and nothing changes at this point.
Yeah.
Sanoko is leading 1-0, looks like.
Definitely.
There is the GG.
And
nice,
yeah.
Nice push.
Definitely.
Not even used the pushes is harder there because of the distance.
Yeah, let me just... overlay up between games. Okay, now it's there. Now it has sound. Would you like to do the introduction?
Yeah, so in the top left corner in orange, it's Porkraven playing as a Zerg. And in the bottom left corner, it's Snakypoutz playing as Protoss. Score is 1-0 in the Zerg's favor. Let's see what Protoss can do in this game to make it even.
Yeah. So I wonder if Porkraven will go for another hedge before pool build, or if he will go up pool first this time. And
Yeah, I think on this map it's high chance that it will be hatchery first again. And
yeah,
usually people don't change those openings as often.
yeah, it's true.
It's more comfortable to play the same build, same opening.
Yeah. Although I always like when I played Zerg and I played on ladder, I always find it really dangerous to go hatchery first because every Protoss will just cannon rush you if they open Forge. And this is really, really, really tough to hold if they do it with the mineral thing where they put the pylons to protect the cannon with the minerals, you know?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
hard to defend.
At the natural, and you don't have a pool, and then you have to pull drones and do this weird thing where you...
Yeah, drone jump on
Yeah,
the behind the
exactly.
minerals. Yeah.
Really tough. So
Oh,
Porkraven
hatchery.
goes hatchery first. It's another
Yeah.
12 hatch.
Yeah. Right
Oh,
now it should place pool.
yeah.
Yes, there is the pool. So the same build so far, and from Snakypoutz it's Nexus Forge, and then Pylon Forge, and then it'll be Nexus.
I just realized how extremely greedy Porkraven plays because he goes hatchery drone pool and not
Oh, it's
hatchery.
not even pool of the hatchery. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
very greedy.
And now he gets an extractor, so this is 2H muta.
I'm not sure why it's that early. Maybe it's the for better like Spire upgrade, but could be Muta build for sure as well.
Yeah, I mean, it
He
could be.
gets it earlier than last game, so I assume it's a different build.
Yeah, I think so too. But he's still getting a third base, so it's not like 2H muta or something. I mean, the timing would be off anyways.
Yeah.
The wall is better for Snakypoutz this time. Pylon
Yeah,
Forge
definitely.
Gateway is the standard way to wall this.
I actually wonder how hard it is to learn walls as a new player, because I always played Zerg and I found it like really hard and annoying to learn all those walls
Oh, it's
on
like
ladder.
you get into it, like there is one rule which is very important. It's like when it's a help me out again. This is vertical, right? Which the Protoss has the position at the natural.
Yes.
So vertical walls you can like mostly do pylon forge gateway, and horizontal walls you can do pylon behind, forge on the left side, gateway on the right side, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I see.
Something like that, and this works for most maps. There are weird maps like Match Point, and there you have to like look it up or ask a better player. But usually it's easier once you get the system.
Sorry, there is a link speed upgrade, so it could be link aggression, or it could be just wasted link speed like the last game. I mean, you don't need this upgrade if you go in Hydras, Lurkers. Don't need it at this early time.
Yeah. So we're getting the fourth hatchery, this time before the Hydralisk, then fifth hatchery. A lot of gas in the bank, so early gas, 5 hatch.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a normal build, right?
Yeah, I've never seen this build.
Yeah.
1, 2. Right now it seems like it's 5 hatch before. No, not before gas, because there is a gas and there is 5 hatch before gas build. This is not it. So yeah, he's just playing his own game, which is fine, I think.
Yeah,
Usually
definitely.
people try to like imitate pro players and then they don't understand why they're doing things, and it's better to learn the game first, try to feel it, use your own builds, your own ideas, and then see what works, what doesn't, and maybe take something from better players and incorporate in your play.
One thing which I realized is that I may have overlooked it, but I think Snakypoutz is a bit... I don't want to say lazy, because that sounds so mean. But a bit too uncareful with his probe scout. You usually want to keep it in the Zerg main like for a long time if you can, because cause you really need to know what the Zerg player is doing as a Protoss, because otherwise you just get like Hydra busted or some stuff.
Yeah, and if he gets Hydro busted this time, there is also Cybernetics core prevents from building additional cannons in the wall. So I don't like this Cyber core placement for
I
the
don't like
second
it
time.
either. Also very important, your first Corsair should never kill the Overlord in your base. It should always go scouting. Because again, you need to know what the Zerg player is doing. You want to know the tech, you want to know if there's a lair, you want to know if a spire is coming up and stuff.
Actually, right now I turned only the Protoss vision and he's completely in the dark. I checked, there is no vision at all on the map. So this is a scary place. Zerg can take bases, can build lots of hiders, do anything, or switch to mutas, and then you need cannons in your mineral line, which you don't have, so... Very tough to play blind like that.
Did you know if Snakypoutz finished his leg upgrade? Cause I didn't see it.
Didn't see it either, but I think Zealots are moving a bit slow, we'll see. And he's not being aggressive with Zealots, and for ZVP I think the main idea for Protoss is not let the Zerg control the map, control the situation, to constantly be in Zerg's face, to try to do some damage with Corsairs, maybe early push out with Zealots. Because if Zerg building drones, and there are a lot of drones for the Zerg, almost the same amount like probes, and taking 4th base now and maybe 5th base immediately. So when Zerg does everything he can with drones, there is no way you can win the game as passive style Protoss.
And now there's a bit of a Zealot move out, but there are too many Hydras, so... He needs to move back. No, don't lose your Zealots. And be a bit more careful with your High Templars, because they get sniped. But this is really good micro by Porkraven to die for the High Templars. He didn't get one, but that was still a good attempt.
Yeah, I think he plays, like, in general, a bit better. It looks like Protoss getting a bit outclassed this game, to be honest, but still.
Yeah, but now the Dark Templar's out again, so he has to fall back a little bit.
Yeah, those DTs are very good to have, so he knows that at least he can rely on DTs if no overlords.
Yeah.
To survive.
You have to keep in mind though that this matchup is really hard to play for Protoss. If you don't do like... I feel like at low levels you can go crazy with Zealots in the early game, like with 2-gate and stuff.
Yeah, perfectly fine to do like 1 base, 10-12 or 9-9 gates in the center. I think at this level you're like...
And this works really well at this level, but if you try to play a normal game it's really tough. Because Hydralisks are pretty good units. And
yeah, exactly. And if he didn't put any pressure early on the Zerg, that's what you have, just completely in control.
Nice storms. But now the Protoss player is out of storms, so this will be tough to push back, and there are more and more Hydras coming in. Meanwhile...
Yeah, this is looking scary.
Yeah, now he can snipe the High Templar before there's another storm.
Or he can just A-move and kill everything.
Yeah, this
with those reinforcements as well.
I mean, this is CVP for Zerg. Once you get the Hydra advantage and there are no High Templars, you can just A-click.
Yeah.
Also getting a 3rd and 4th base, which is really nice, and I think coming back from this will be really hard.
Yeah, it looks like it. Now the
Yeah.
Protoss Natural is dying. I think we're about to see GG.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's not doing the damage, I think, and this is the most important part. Is not to let the Zerg do what he
Whatever
wants.
the Zerg player wants to
Yeah.
do, yeah.
I'd like to see double center gate next game because it's clearly it doesn't work for Protoss player, the fast expansion and then not being aggressive. So this is just at least a good build to try, and it's not that hard to execute. I think you agree. Just the initial zealot aggression. It's hard to transition, I think, from it, but the initial execution is not that hard.
Yeah.
Just to see if Zerg can react in time. Especially he's
Um,
going for 12 hatch, and with 12 hatch, it's even more. Maybe has even more potential if he's not building pool before drone. Yeah, it can work for sure. Double gate. That's how I got eliminated in RSL last season. Just 2 gates in the
Oh.
center and rally zealots. Yeah.
Now we have a cool
Also,
map. This is New Empire of the Rising Sun, or how the map is called.
yeah, it's the first time I see this map.
Yeah, it's really cool. I saw it in... I think it was Best versus Flash, like some kind of show match.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the map. I don't know. It looks great.
And when was it? Like back then, when they played Caspa, or?
No. This was when Flash played random, and it was some show match where he played,
Oh
I
yeah,
think, Bisu, Best,
yeah, I
and...
saw it.
Yeah.
Saw it, but I didn't remember the map. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we are on New Empire of the Rising Sun, right? This is how the map is called.
New Empire of the Sun. I
Okay,
think.
New Empire of the Sun. We are on New Empire of the Sun, and in the 11 o'clock position in the color brown. Playing as Protoss, we got Snakypoutz. And in the color teal at the 2 o'clock position, or 1 o'clock position, in the 1 o'clock position, playing as Zerg, we have Porkraven.
Yeah, I'm very bad with those like clocks on the map. That's why I use like top, bottom, right, left. And right, left is also not easy for me. But clocks are completely like you have to like really struggle to remember. For me, not yet comfortable.
So I can't make comments about the wall this time because I never tried it on this map. But it's a horizontal wall, so Forge on the left, Gateway on the right. I suppose should work, but you never know, so better look it
Yeah.
up for somebody
Protoss
who
was
knows.
scouted
Oh,
right now.
What's with the probes?
Yeah, it's strange. Maybe a misclick, overreaction.
Yeah, probably. This hurts. This hurt the mineral.
There is no pull from the Zerg.
The Forge is very late. Does he go Nexus? Nexus before Forge?
He should be.
Yeah.
There's
So
no way.
he probably realized what the Zerg player is doing.
Yeah, nice. At
Yeah.
least this move I like from the Protoss.
This is really good and really clever play, I think, from Snakypoutz to adjust his play this quickly. So, really well done. And meanwhile, Porkraven, it's so weird that it says Sakonoko, but it's Porkraven. Porkraven,
Yeah, I know.
meanwhile, doing the same build that he's doing the whole time, right? With the... Or is the extractor earlier than the last time?
No, I think this the pool was later. He
Okay.
was very greedy with the pool timing again, and seeing that Protoss doesn't have gateway, having the first scout, he put the pool very late, and then he lines up Pool and the Gust together.
Okay. Snakypoutz. With this wall variation again that he did kinda on. This reminds me of the wall that you do on match point. Although I'm not sure about the cannon placement.
Yeah, again, don't place the cyber core here, please.
Yeah, better do it in your main.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, we're getting the third base from Porkraven. We're getting speed again. Yeah, probably the same build, or nearly the same build that he did the last few games. Cybercore on the main base. This is great.
Yeah, seeing what's happening, sees the layer upgrade. Not sure if he caught the timing of it or just it was already upgrading, but still nice to see. No Hydro Den, and you don't need cannons at this time.
Yeah.
Can be greedy. I would also like to see send one zealot, two zealots just to harass the Zerg, because there are only drones right now, not even the set of links, and this is like very, very greedy play.
Yeah, you should always especially although the Overlord is in position, but just walk out with a zealot. Because this will force the Zerg to build Zerglings, and if the Zerg builds Zerglings, he can't build drones. Just walk out until the middle of the map, and then you don't even have to really push the base.
Yeah, exactly. It's very nice just to force Zerglings, because those drones are out of control for the Zerg.
Yeah, exactly. Way too much droning going on.
Yeah. Yeah, and it gets unpunished. So Zerg realized that he can feel more comfortable with this Protoss and just
Also,
going greedy all the way.
Do you need 4 cannons? At this point, this seems like a bit panicky.
Yeah, it's very strange. I didn't notice those additional cannons. And Snakypoutz scouted. Spire goes down, and he scouted that there were no Hydro Den early aggression.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Really unfortunate, I don't want to criticize too much, you know? I don't want to be like, oh my god, he does this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. Because it's kinda discouraging to the player, and I don't like to do it.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
But there are a lot of little things that could be improved upon. I think also the build timing is a bit off. You should have a second gate before the Templar Archives, and then you should try to have a Zealot move out at 7:30 with +1 in lag speed.
Yeah, that's the usual timings. And even at lower level, I think if you don't want to study timings or don't want to do the standard things, still there is a reason behind those move outs. So you should be aggressive to make Zerg react and build links instead of drones. And you can move whenever you want, but just do it to force this reaction.
Yeah. Porkraven with 11 Mutalisks, and there's nothing in the main base. There's 1 Corsair. No cannons, nothing.
Yeah, it will be...
This will be really bad. Painful. Yeah, there they are. Killing the Corsair, and then they can just go into the mineral line and...
Yeah. Completely destroying the Protoss player. And now those 2 DTs, I guess it was not reactional to Hydras, it's just his usual build against everything. So again, not too much criticizing, but with it's better to scout and build exactly what do you need in each situation, rather than try to, I don't know, play as safe as possible.
Yeah.
You know, like always build for cannons, always build 2DTs at this time in case there is a Hydra aggression. Like you could not prepare for everything that game can throw at you, and this will
Yeah.
hurt you a lot
Um,
in the long run.
yeah. And I just want to like make sure again, in case that Snakypoutz will watch this or is watching, I don't mean to be mean or discourage them from playing on. It's just a lot of little things that are tough to learn. StarCraft is a hard game. And a lot of it could be improved if, like, go into the single player and just go through the build a few times. And stuff like this. So, not that, like, he feels attacked or something. Just a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really great games by Porkraven.
Yeah, he looks strong. I'd like to see him in the next round, maybe against another Protoss player or Terran players, to see how this match will actually unroll. Because this was, I think, a little one-sided, this series
Yeah.
for them. You could not judge enough of the Zerg build and how it actually works against the normal Protoss timings, and how it will work in the mid game, late game. So those types of things I'd like to see. But I still
Yeah.
don't know why you need that early gas with your pool
Yeah,
and
it's
the link
also
speed.
like, yeah. Could also be improved by just like during the build in single player, because it looked like a bit like a cross between 4-Edge Hydra late gas and 3-Edge Hydra, 5-Edge Hydra, the normal build, 3-Edge Spire, 5-Edge Hydra. So
Yeah,
just like find what build you like more and do it, or like learn both. I don't know. The game's
I
up.
couldn't join. Yeah.
Oh, couldn't join
Oh,
again.
yeah, wrong password.
And let me change the password.
Blizzard, please fix the game already.
Blizzard will never fix it because Blizzard is all about the dollars.
Yeah.
It's all about they only speak one language, and this is Overwatch, Overwatch, Overwatch.
At least they didn't do with Brood War what they did with Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Oh yeah, that was that was a slaughter. That was like terrible.
We have way less bugs than this game.
Do you want to do the announcement?
Yeah, so it's a new series. In the top left corner, it's Gurthang playing as Protoss, red Protoss, and in the bottom right corner, it's Balance SC playing as brown Zerg. I actually played Gurthang in the last RSL season. He's a pretty good player, and by pretty good, I mean he knows the builds, he knows the timings, he keeps his resources low and all that, so he has the basics for sure for
That's
him.
cool.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see what he'll do with this game, how it will go. A bit biased towards him.
So let's see. We're getting the normal pylon. This will be a Forge expand, I think, and not a Gateway expand. Meanwhile, we're getting the Overpool from Balance of Sea, so everything's super standard.
Yeah, so far.
Forge is coming down. Oh!
No, it's a gateway
That's
first.
a late gateway. You usually gateway expand on 10 and you keep the drone and the natural.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a bit off, but it's interesting to see gateway expand because I think that makes the game a lot more volatile. All of a sudden.
Yeah. What do you think about this map? Whether it favors Zerg Protoss?
Oh,
It's 2-player map and it's
favors
a bit
Protoss.
small.
Favors Protoss. It's easier to split the map.
And in split map scenarios, Protoss always wins.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Because Zerg needs more bases.
Yeah,
I
for me it
also...
was very hard to take and defend fourth base here. It's kind of, I mean, yeah, third is fine, but fourth, it's whether you take it top or in the corner,
Yeah.
still kind of on the outside.
Let me just quickly see the map. I only played Overwatch in ZVZ, so I never really got to enjoy the map. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like a decent third, but it's really hard to take a fourth as Zerg. This doesn't look too easy.
Yeah. So they both scouted each other, I believe. The probe died at the Zerg base, if I didn't miss it, and then the drone didn't die and goes back. Now there is a bit
Uh-oh.
of aggression from the Zerg. Yeah, and those links just get through. This is
Yeah.
very bad.
This is why you should always put the zealots into your wall. This happened to
Yeah.
me, like, I played against Return a week ago, and he did this, like, 2 times before I realized I have to put my zealots into the damn wall, because Zerg players will, like, just one by Zerglings, and then you have to do, like, all this stuff, and this really hurts.
Yeah, oh my god, so many probes in one corner. Mining time losses
Yeah.
are huge.
And your
I
zealots...
think also Protoss might not notice that the gateway is not like there is a hole between gateway and this bridge in the map, maybe.
Yeah, this is why what I personally do, and I know a lot of other people do it, is like before you play a map, just go onto the map and do walls. And then make a screenshot folder. I have a screenshot folder of every map with walls.
Yeah. I think you can also measure it when you place buildings, like go single player and measure whether something can fit or not, just by your
Yeah,
mouse
sure, but
placing the buildings.
I would recommend just doing it once. Because you don't have time to think when you're playing a multiplayer match, because you have to think of so much stuff. Like scouting and the Zerg movement and so on and so forth. So this should really be like something that you just know, that you know automatically. Interestingly enough, the Protoss player didn't place a second Nexus. So
Yeah,
this
I
is
think he's afraid very much of those Zerglings. They did a lot of damage, and right now they are just running. But for a moment, they hurt the Zerg economy more because it was like 600 minerals bank when you're running those Zerglings around.
Yeah.
It's hard to multitask.
But I'm not sure if I would still place a Nexus now. Yeah, this is really late. I would have rather liked to see, like, just put down 3 gateways and go all in on Zealots.
Yeah, especially right now you can see, but Protoss cannot see it, how greedy was the Zerg just building all drones after those initial links and saturating bases.
I mean, Zerg being up in drone numbers at this point of the game is...
Yeah, it's not looking
so
good.
Yeah. Templar Archives is in time, though. Is even a bit too early, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure of those timings yet.
He did clear up the Zealots, the Zergling in his base, though, and now he's keeping his Zealots at the wall, which is great. And I do like this little move out, which he does to just kill the Zerglings and deny scouting information.
Yeah,
and
at least compared to previous game, he's doing this move out.
And now the Zerg player has to build Zerglings, and you already see he's building 6 pairs of links, which is pretty good for the Protoss player, because Zerglings are rather bad in the mid game. And only
it's very easy to overreact.
Yeah.
Build more than you need. By the way, there was a delayed Spire from Zerg, and there might be Muta switch after showing the Hydras, because otherwise I don't get it why it was after Hydra then, if it's normal 5-hatch Hydra. You usually start with the Spire.
Yeah. Was it after Hydrogen? Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was before. Okay.
it was after Hydra then, even when Hydra then was finished, so I don't know why. Maybe he
Mm,
just forgot it after layers finished and then got it anyway, just to
yeah.
fix this.
I mean, you do need to build the spy at some point, anyways.
Yeah,
Gurthang is out on the map though now. He's blocking the bridge. He has 2 more zealots that are running around.
yeah,
But decent SimCity from the Zerg at the 6 o'clock position. And also good SimCity at the natural. So the zealots won't be able to do much. But just the threat they provide is great.
and because Protoss doesn't know what Zerg might do, he built a
Yeah.
couple of cannons and minerals just in case of Muta.
Yeah, which is also good. Losing 2 zealots, not that great though. Oh no, he gets 1 out, I think.
Yeah, he pulls back, and now still Protoss will be completely in the dark. I'd like to see kind of more aggression, trying to move out and fight those organs, because there are, yeah, that's right, because there are not much organs.
Yeah. A few attacks on the High Templar, but keep the High Templar alive, which is great. Also a nice move from Balance's Seat to try to snipe the High Templar.
Yeah, and another thing that is going on for Balance is the scouting. He has, if you look at the minimap, overlords everywhere. Overlord at Protoss base, at the natural, in the middle of the map there is a Zergling. Zergling's at the top, so for scouting he's just a godlike tier Zerg. Sees everything.
Yeah, there are a few weird things going on, which I want to comment on. There's a late Stargate, which I'm not sure about. Like, if you build a Stargate that late, it really doesn't have that much of a use. So I don't know about that. Decent robo timing though.
Is it early or I'm not
The
sure?
robo is late. But it's
even
like,
late.
yeah,
Okay.
you should always like the Zerg lurker timing is, I think, about 9 minutes, something like that. You should start at the latest at 9. And so your robo should also come down around 9 minutes. So that,
By the way, there is a huge push at third expansion that Protoss tries to take, and it could be both sides. Like, if storms are great and those hydras melt.
I think this is decent for Protoss. I don't think Zerg can do much with the High Templars, although now the Protoss player is moving back and this isn't great. But this is a great storm. Good storms. Should be able to clean this up here.
Holds it. There's only 3 hydras now.
Oh, great micro. Gets 1 High Templar. Gets 2 High Templars. So really great micro by Balance's C here to get so much value out of the hydras in the end.
Yeah, definitely. And now Balance needs his 4th base, and 4th base, as we mentioned, is very hard to take on this map for the Zerg. We'll see. And Protoss will get soon the economic spike and more gateways to push this 4th base.
Yeah. Yeah, really should think about the 4th. It's getting the Queen's Nest.
Yeah, taking to Hive
thinking
before
about
4th base.
Going Hive, which I don't know. I would rather like him to get the next base up.
Yeah, before fourth base, I'm not sure whether he can be on 2 gas and like on 3 gas and afford hive and still pumping units
Mm,
out of all those hatcheries. I would rather take it after fourth base is established, but we'll see. Maybe can pull
yeah.
it out.
Oh, Lurker's coming in, and there's not a cannon yet. The
Yeah,
cannon is not up. He could
that's a
just,
nice move.
yeah, just
Very nice. Very good
very nice.
timing.
Yeah, that denies the third base for a long time. Oh, don't lose that Lurker though.
Yeah,
And
he tried to borrow
there's
it.
no observatory up for Gurthang, so yeah, he has a third base that he can't use, which is unfortunate.
Wait a minute. He built the robo but forgot the observatory, right?
Yeah, that happens.
Hmm.
That happens more often than you think. At least to me. I build the robo and then I do something else and then I forget the ops
Because of something else,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but now he can storm the lurkers, so he can start mining his third again.
Yeah, but this move was really nice. It's
Yeah.
huge delay on the Protoss economy, and now they are kind of even because Zerg is taking his fourth place and third is not mining still for the Protoss.
Yeah, and Balance is getting his fourth base up. So he's in a good position. He has also decent drone numbers. Could build another round of drones, I think.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed, Balance is too defensive on each base with lots of Sunkens, and he was never like he never needed it as much. Maybe one Sunken on each base. It's enough if you go Hydras. I think Hydras are on the aggressive side with 5 hatch, and you don't need to
Yeah.
be that paranoid of zealots. But it's easy to say than done because many Zerg players on the ladder die to just group of zealots. It's the most common cause of death before
Yeah.
every tech kicks and just you die to the zealot move out.
Gurthang did start going into the goons now. He's building one more rounds of village. Should add more gateways. It's only on 5. No, 6. Should probably go up to 9 or 10 at this point.
Yeah, having dragoons is nice when
Yeah.
there are lurkers already.
It's building a good number of observers now though, so this is something. And we're going to get an engagement.
Yeah, nice spread for those Hydras. And they are well upgraded. 2-1 for Zerg. It's
Oh
crazy
wow.
upgrade.
Yeah. And it's just 1-0 for Protoss, so
Yeah. Now Zerg is pulling back because he didn't have enough army to fight. He could have tried to snipe some High Templars, but it requires a lot of micro and maybe better
yeah.
to build units actually than do it. There is always a trade-off, especially at this level, if you kill like couple of Templars and have 1k in bank or build actual units to fight.
Yeah. A bit slow on the macro balance. Has a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
both
free
kind of
lava.
floating.
Should just like build a bunch of circlings or stuff.
Yeah, this is very strong push from the Protoss player. I wouldn't fight on this high ground with lurkers because there are no army to buffer for them.
Yeah.
Better to defend, pull all the way back and defend the base. Yeah, it's like 16 minutes Protoss push, but it's like usual 12-minute push, or I'm not sure. I remember those timings, but the point is Protoss has a lot of gateways, already has dragoons and lots of storms, and Zerg should not roam the map and try to fight it straight up because Protoss has huge spike in production.
Yeah.
Just defend until you get higher tech units.
Yeah, I mean, he is on Hive Tech, and he is researching the attack speed upgrade for the Zerglings. And if he adds a Defiler then he has all the units he needs, really.
Nice fight with those Hydras killing 3
Yeah.
Dragoons and some Zealots.
Um,
Small group.
killing Dragoons is really big. Because you usually don't want to rebuild Dragoons as Protoss. You're happy when you have your big group, and then you just want to go High Templars and Zealots.
Yeah, caught some off guard.
Yeah.
And now I like the position for the Zerg player. He sets up his fourth base, and it's very well defended. Those Sunkens at fourth base I do like. I think it's not extra at this stage of the game because Protoss has huge army and usually Turtle as a Zerg
Mm.
to defend those bases. So that's fine. I also like to put one spore in front to just kill the observers because they die very fast to spores. And
Yeah.
now, after that, I mean, lurkers are very good.
Yeah. Gurthang is throwing up more gateways, which I really like. Because he really has a lot of minerals and gas, so... That's a great idea to do.
Yeah. Now it looks like Gurthang trying to push the Zerg all the way, and for the balance, I think it's a mistake to fight here. Sniping this observer is huge.
3 observers. This was really big.
Yeah. Nice micro.
Now the Protoss player can't push at all. The Filer mount is up, and the Zerg player can just like macro for a bit now.
Yeah, he has a huge gas bank, which for the Zerg is not the usual state of things. You usually don't have gas and a lot of minerals. You can just put Ultralisk Cavern and just spend all this gas, even though Ultralisks are not the best unit, but in this situation, I think having 3k, it's fine.
Protoss is setting up the 4th base, and Zerg is starting to add in Zerglings, which is, considering that the upgrades are better, is really big. Because now Zerglings are really cost efficient.
Yeah. He has 2 armor and 1 attack for the melee and 2 for the Hydras. Yeah, upgrades are great for the Zerg, and now the 3rd upgrade for Hydras is almost done.
Oh, and now he can probably cancel the 4th base.
Yeah, I like these small groups here and there, like this group of Hydras. It doesn't cost you a lot if it dies, but it's huge value canceling this expansion.
Yeah, definitely. Also another group of Zerglings running in at the natural, but they get stormed.
Yeah, this is hard location to take. Usually Protoss put a lot of cannons in the natural, in the 3rd base, to prevent this exact run-bys.
But Balance is starting to spend his minerals really well, and he's catching up in supply, which is something you don't want to see happen as Protoss.
Yeah, he can also do some muta switch with that gas to snipe Templars, or just have some mutas to buffer.
Can you imagine like 12 Mutalisks?
Yeah, you can just insta-build 12 Mutalisks with this amount of resources.
This would be really dangerous.
Yeah. Like
a bunch of Hydras going up at the planned 4th position again, but no Nexus has been rebuilt yet.
Yeah. I like how the Zerg tries to control additional expansions from Protoss with this army.
Yeah, definitely. Should also think about getting a 5th base soonish.
Yeah, I'd rather him take it in the bottom left corner. I think that's the right place. And then you can even be aggressive on the base that Protoss wanted to take before.
Yeah, losing a bunch of Hydras at the natural, killing 2 cannons in return. Oh, there was a... Was that a drop? Or did you just run in a High Templar at the 3 o'clock position?
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, there was a High
It would
Templar
be.
in the storm, but I don't know if it was a shuttle or...
Yeah, I also didn't see it.
I mean, when
Now
we
let's
get
switch
another
move out.
big engagement. Zerglings were on the Dragoons, that was pretty good. But he needs to gather his army a bit, I think.
Yeah. And I think Protoss can just try to establish a base behind somewhere and then try to defend it and maybe be a little bit aggressive, but not all the way, because Protoss mined out in the main and then mined out at the natural already
Yeah.
and has only one mining base. Very dangerous to just attack Zerg and potentially lose all the army
Yeah, I should
on
probably
static
really
D.
try to get the 9 o'clock position up and running. And now Protoss is pushing for the natural. And balance is a bit negligent in regards to his macro again.
Yeah, and he needs to group up his units, not to lose with small groups. I also do it a lot. It's kind of hard with
it's really
base
hard.
spread to get this ball of units together for the Zerg, but that's what you should aim for.
Yeah, and now Gurthang is trying to break the natural, which I don't think.
Oh my god, that storm killing all the drones. Almost.
Yeah, lots of drones. But losing a lot of his stuff, and now his High Templars are alone, and there's a bunch of Fighters coming in, so...
Could be 3 High Templars dead. 1 of them dies, 2 dies, 3 some Dragoons, and 3 Observers just move back.
And Gurthang didn't establish a base behind this, so...
Yeah, he tried with the probe, but I think it was cancelled again.
Okay.
He tried to do it behind the attack, which I like a lot. You should expand when you attack.
Going in again just to cancel the Nexus.
Yeah, just
really
how patient he is, yeah, and on point with controlling this exact base. Maybe Gurthang could try take different base, but there is like everywhere Zerg scouts.
Yeah, it's really great. Map vision by Balancers here. I really like his scouting with the overlords and stuff.
Since the beginning of the game, he saw all the map, and now he used this advantage to cancel bases and stuff. Very cool.
Oh, now going with the cracklings for the Nexus, and the Nexus is going to get cancelled again.
Yeah, no way it survives cracklings.
And yeah, this game is tipping into balance favor. And he's even grabbing a fifth base at the 1 o'clock position.
Yeah, and providing that Protoss army is at 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock position is actually better, because Protoss will move all the way there, and you can, as a Zerg, kill 9 o'clock with faster reinforcements and faster Zerglings. They move way faster than Protoss army, so Protoss moves out, insta-kill on the expansion.
Yeah, so both players macroing up a bit. Gurthang's still keeping a decent supply lead, so that's great. Like, I think 20 supply is reasonable.
Yeah, actually now it's the stage of the game where his bank is paying off. Like, he didn't build units, had a huge bank, and now he's glad that this was a huge bank. Because no more income.
Big battle. Lots of zealots dying, but I think he will win this.
Yeah, Protoss takes. And Zerg has only Hydras. He built a Defiler mount some time ago, a long time ago, and I didn't see any Defiler, not a single Defiler from Zerg, which is very strange.
They're the first
And
defilers now that you're talking of it.
yeah, and just having Hive Tech for Cracklings is not enough. You also need Defilers, you need Dark Swarm, you need Plague, especially
Yeah.
Plague. You can just make this Protoss army very squishy, and against Hydra's Plagued army is much worse.
Yeah, definitely. So, balance is trickling in more units, although I think he should go back and gather them again. And I would like to see lurkers. He's not building lurkers anymore. I know it's tough to like keep track of it, but he has a lot of gas, so you could just like take a group of 9 hydras and just lurker them.
Yeah, and for Gurthang I like at least 2 cannons, but I think he should build more if he wants to survive this. I know it's a static defense, and no, you don't have as much army if you build cannons, but Zerg kills it so fast usually.
Yeah, I think in the late game
It's
you need
fine.
more than just cannons. You need like a high Templar at the base
Yeah.
or a Reaver.
Sure, yeah. The Stormlings.
Yeah. So the fighters are out. Did he research Plague? I know he researched Consume. But I wonder if he
Just
researched-
having, like, now he's researching Defiler energy, and I think it's the last upgrade. Like, you
Okay.
won't research Defiler energy if you didn't research Plague or Dark Swarm.
Yeah, true.
I mean, or Consume.
What is the other spell that High Templar can learn, which you can research?
Oh, they have other spells?
I mean, they have hallucination. Oh yeah, there's a Plague. Did catch a group of Dragoons, which is nice. They have
Yeah, it was worth it.
hallucination. They have the energy upgrade, and there's a third upgrade. But since you only research Storm and the energy upgrade, I have no idea.
Yeah, I even forgot about hallucination, but now I remember there was even a bug with hallucinations recently, like hallucinated Archon or something,
Yeah.
that can become real Archon.
So Gurthang is really playing solid right now. He has a 40 supply lead. And I think Balance really just needs to gather his units. And get lurkers, and I know it's really hard because we have so many bases, and I think it's really tough to macro on that many bases. But he really needs to gather because he's taking a lot of inefficient trade, and you can take inefficient trades as Zerg, but you can't just lose units willy-nilly, you know?
Yeah, and I don't know why he has such low minerals compared to his gas.
I mean,
It's
because he doesn't build...
because no lurkers, right?
Yeah, exactly, because he
Yeah.
doesn't build gas-intensive units. He has no Ultralis, he only built 3 Defilers. He builds no lurkers, so if you only build Hydras and Zerglings, you don't need much gas. And now
Yeah,
he's trying to go for the 3rd base again, but there's a bunch of cannons.
Yeah, I'm not sure Protoss should attack this base when everything's mined out.
Yeah.
Did he know about top base? No, he didn't know actually.
doesn't know.
If I see the vision, Gurthang didn't scout the 1 o'clock base. Yeah, this is huge. He thinks that Zerg is about to mine out and on just 1 mining base.
How many observers does he have with his... Okay, he has observers with his army. Zerg is getting the Defilers again. And now he's setting up in front of the 3rd, but... Yeah, again, these are like 3 lurkers, and he just moves in with his whole army and just kills it.
Yeah, it's actually tough to fight this Protoss army. You need to gather everything, be patient, and then even send in
Yeah.
those groups as a Zerg. Like, you don't have enough even control groups to assign everything and
Yeah.
send.
Do a
Need
few
to pre-spread
plagues.
them.
Get a nice surround.
Yeah. And then rinse and repeat multiple times to have reinforcements to kill everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like to see is more plagues. At least you can control like 1-2 defilers, plague everything constantly, plague, and then try to surround with hydras.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how it dies. This huge death ball of Protoss.
I mean, right now Protoss is really efficient by just doing the legendary 1A, 2A, 3A. Really effective if you play Protoss.
Yeah.
And the Zerg player just needs a good lurker position, I think, or just gather his units. But I'm saying the same thing over and over again, like a broken record. Oh, now he's getting a lot of lurkers.
Yeah, but no hydras this time. And I don't advise to go just with lurkers, with no hydras to buffer the damage. Now it looks like Zerg taking another base at bottom left corner with a drone there. Not sure if he has resources to build it. Right now he doesn't have, but maybe he will eventually put the hatchery there. And Protoss just only now scouted the 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and then there's not a lot of defense here, and there's no Nidus channel. Now there are 3 lurkers.
Oh yeah, no, Nidus is huge. So Zerg can lose it
But this is really
against
big.
this army.
And the Protoss army is really strong with the, like, 12 Archons.
Yeah. And Gurthang playing it safe. He sees there is a base, okay, he sees 2 Sunkens, some lurkers, and decide to expand more.
Yeah.
And maybe then attack, or even not attack, and to outmine the Zerg. He sees how fights go in efficiently in Protoss' favor. You
Yeah.
don't need to do anything, just wait until Zerg dies on your army, like sends everything and it will die.
Got a great lurker field to fend the 7 o'clock position. So this will be hard for Protoss to break.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to see, but which I always do, but which I also do very seldom, a storm drop.
Yeah,
Like
would be nice.
the 1 o'clock position got no air defenses, so just like go in with a shuttle, drop 2 High Templar, and just storm the drones.
Yeah, I think I heard the shuttle sound somewhere, but I'm not sure.
There's an Arbiter. Oh, we got an
that
Arbiter
was
in
the sound.
PvZ. Yeah, and he's getting shuttle speed, so maybe there's a shuttle somewhere.
An Arbiter is a nice unit, I think, also. It's underused.
Oh, no. The Reaver. The Reaver.
Oh.
It survives.
Yeah, it's exposed.
That was close. But wait, if there were... Like, if there's a Reaver at this position, then there was a shuttle.
Yeah, I heard it somewhere, but
Yeah.
I lost the track of the shuttle. Either this or it was an Arbiter sound when it just comes up out of the Stargate.
I do wonder what he'll do with the Arbiter. Like... Stasis?
I think recall is great also.
Yeah, recall is good.
To just recall into the minerals, kill everything. Every drone there.
Just like, kill the main base. Kill the spawning
Yeah,
pool.
Zerg has
and
just one base. That's it. Like 1 o'clock is the only thing that's working for him.
Oh, misrallied Hydras.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get the High Templar though. Great micro.
Right now transferring drones to the bottom left corner base. and it's well defended with defilers, with lurkers. So I'm not sure how this game turns out, but the gut feeling that Gurthang will take it because he's just
Gurthang's
has
going for the
huge gun
recall.
and he has huge army, and all the trades are pretty efficient for
He's
them.
going for the recall, but there's no observer.
Oh yeah, this
So
arbiter can
he will recall into lurkers.
just. No, I think it's fine. It's fine.
Are the lurkers on
They
hold
all-
position? The lurkers are on hold position.
Yeah. And Zerg doesn't notice yet, so everything will die.
Why
free.
can't they attack the... Where's the observer? Am I blind? Why can't they attack the lurker?
Yeah, I don't see an observer. Is arbiter observer? This is
no.
a Protoss hidden trick.
No, for real, this is really strange. Why? How?
Yeah. No observer. Or maybe we don't see it. It's below. No.
Is
I'm
it
just
like-
trying to scroll my mouse. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it now.
Where it is?
It was in the army. Now it's
okay.
close to the arbiter. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
somewhere.
So he probably recalled it in, right? With his army.
Protoss is not completely broken then.
Yeah.
Still
Meanwhile,
does need enough
Balance does a counter push with the Dark Swarm Lurkers, which is really nice. But
Yeah.
didn't get up the ramp. And is pulling his Lurkers back now. This Archon is going to die.
He pulled them out of Dark Swarm, which is
Yeah.
strange.
And now he got another Dark Swarm up. Storm into nothing. And now the Zerglings are coming in, but they have few Archons here, and he... Like, again,
Yeah, and
it's
those
really
pushes
tough.
are very hard to do as well
Yeah,
as a Zerg.
exactly. It's really, really tough, which is...
Looks easy, but
It
you
looks
suffer from macro slip-ups because you need to control the defiler, place exactly. Those
Yeah.
Dark Swarms have vision on this ramp
It's
with an
terrible.
overlord or something.
It's the same as in, like, ZVT, where you have to Dark Swarm against Marines and stuff, and it's, like, really, really difficult.
Yeah, you have to be precise there as well.
Yeah,
You-
exactly. And now the
Means
Archons
the
are
Dark
moving into
Swarm
Lurker
guy.
field. And
Yeah, it looks dire for the Zerg. Should pull back, right?
yeah. And I mean, there's still an Arbiter somewhere with energy, which is probably waiting for the next recall. There it is. He could just recall behind the army into the base if he wanted
Yeah.
to.
And Scourge just could not kill it because there's dragoons fighting underneath. Oh,
Now Gurthang, however, splitting his army really inefficient.
but I think he can afford it right now, to be honest. He has 6k
Yeah,
mineral bank,
true.
3k gas, just A move everything into lurker field. It will die, then rebuild and A move again because Zerg
Yeah,
is broken in one base.
I mean,
But he doesn't know it, of course. He can think that Zerg has also huge bank.
just because you can doesn't mean you should, though.
Yeah. You can play it safe as well and
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, but still a lot of Archons, and this is really strong army from the Protoss. And balance supplies plummeting a lot.
Yeah. And in general, I don't like that cracklings are not used at all now. I think you can add some cracklings to the army, like they used to in small groups to maybe deny something, do the run-bys. By the way, excellent run-by on the Nexus in 9 o'clock.
Just while you're saying it, he's attacking the 9 o'clock base. The voice from the future guided him.
Yeah.
Can't attack the probe though, funnily enough.
Invisible probes, yeah.
Yeah.
But this Nexus was not important. I wouldn't even rebuild it because there are
Yeah.
like how many
I would just
100
grab
minerals,
the
200.
I would just grab the 1 o'clock base at this point.
Yeah, our Protoss can expand even towards the Zerg with this mineral
Yeah.
base in the middle.
I mean, Gurthang could probably just A-click the 5 o'clock base if he wanted to. I mean, he does know it's there,
feels
right?
like unnecessary. Sorry?
He does know it's there, right? Or isn't he aware? Because it's really weird how he doesn't attack it.
I think he doesn't need to attack. He feels he
Yep.
has the game and plays super safe.
Yeah, but I mean, he could attack the 7 o'clock base. Like, there's 3 lurkers. What are they going to do?
He does know about 7 o'clock. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I just said. He doesn't know about 7 o'clock.
That's strange. I just looked at his vision and yeah, it's true. He didn't scout it.
Yeah, which is kind of weird.
So weird.
Because,
Yeah.
we had this giant lurker field here. Ah, now he goes with his arbiter.
Maybe he doesn't know the map as well. Just that there is a base and doesn't think about it. Because in Brood War, all the map is dark, unlike StarCraft 2 or Warcraft 3. It's all black. Not even mineral spots are shown until you scout it.
Oh, is it different in other games?
Yeah. In other games, map is there is a fog of war on the map. You don't see buildings, you don't see units, but you see the layout, you see the mineral bases, you see the gases and all that, the respawns. Yeah, and that's GG. It's no GG even, just
it's no GG. It's a bad mana move. BM.
Yeah. What you can do is just Protoss gets 200 supply, and that's it. Just as the Zerg, you feel hopeless, powerless.
I mean,
can't do anything.
I mean, Zerg can do a lot. Like, if you have 4 bases.
Yeah. I was not serious.
As a Zerg player, I felt really comfortable when the game got to like 20 minutes, and I have my 4 bases up, and I have my hive, and can build Zerglings and stuff.
Yeah, it started actually really well for the Zerg, and then he underutilized his tier 3 tech and tried to fight with small groups of hydras all over the map and losing them for free, which happens to me all the time. Just I couldn't give advice when I don't practice the same thing, but this is the hard issue you should fix as a Zerg.
I mean, it's really tough. As Zerg, you have so many units that you can't just do like what I do with Protoss is like just control group 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I just A-click.
Yeah, and they build like out of different places, different hatcheries. Hatcheries are spread. It's not like everything, like all the gates are in the same spot. You just rally them and you can build in the same spot. You should move around the map, and all those rallies are all over the place. So it's a mess late game.
The game is up. I mean, like, I even saw a game that was like a month ago or so. Which was NAS tier. And I don't know the players, but there was one game where the Zerg player was really in a lead. But
Sorry, it's invalid password again, if you can
wow.
be forced.
But the Zerg player couldn't like get his army moving. Like, he had all the tools, but his units always like attacked in groups that were too small. And I mean, this was like 2k players, so tough.
Yeah.
And if we're saying that you should do this and this, it's really not meant in a negative way. It's a hard game. I just want to reiterate it, not that anyone feels attacked or something.
For sure. I still can't do it, and it's very tilting. Like, you have the game, you have more bases, you have everything. It's just, even if you do this one thing that is so hard to do properly, you can win it, and then you can't just group your units together. Looks like why you should lose it in small groups, but during the game you don't think even about it. You just try not to mess up your macro and all other things that's happening.
You had the last introduction, right?
Yep.
So it's my turn. At the 7 o'clock, we are on New Electric Circuit? No, Circuit Breakers, right? Was the map.
Yeah, it should be Circuit Breakers.
Let me see. Yeah, it's Circuit Breakers. In the 7 o'clock position in the color white, we got Balancer C playing as Zerg. And coming up again from his win, in the color brown, we got Gurthang playing as Protoss, placing a pylon in his base. So this is 2 gate. 10-12 gate.
Yeah, that's what I like about Protoss players. Yeah, I very much like this build.
Cross position though, so
Yeah, it's not so worked so well in cross position. I think
yeah.
due to the traveling distance, could not work at all even. But we'll see.
And it's hatchery first. This is, I think, the best scenario for balance. Going
Yeah,
hatch
it should be
first
fine.
against this. Because you need a lot of lava and as quickly as possible.
Yeah, why is he putting drone in a strange spot? Defending cannon rush?
I know why,
the
yeah.
hatchery?
Exactly. He probably got cannon rushed at some point and has some
Yeah.
trauma. Which I do
I just
also
never
have.
see preemptively like somebody doing this.
I totally understand him. I hate it when that happens. I lost so many ladder games to just going hatchery first, and then my Protoss player is like, yeah, let me just put a pylon here and a cannon.
Yeah,
And then you lose, so I totally understand balances here on this one. It may not be the best. Oh, wait. This isn't 2 gate.
Not
this
10-12,
is,
it's fast stack.
This is fast Stargate.
Yeah.
Or maybe some kind of weird Reaver build. Fast Reaver with a shuttle.
And maybe there was a plan to build gates, but then if Protoss scouted there is the cross spawn, he decided to go tech. Is it possible, or you go tech from the beginning and it's a different build?
I mean, I don't know. Now, I mean, I'm very, very not familiar with 2 gate. Because I'm the proper player, I always do the proper builds. And
the honest player.
Yeah, and I always go into macro games, and my games are usually at least 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
Even as a Zerg player, I always ran 3H Spire, 5H Hydra, which is probably my greatest weakness, that I never do anything else but proper macro games. So let's see, we're getting the second hatchery. Third hatchery is also on the way in a good timing. Extractors coming up at a reasonable timing. Zerglings moving out to scout.
Yeah, they'll see, fortunately, those 2 zealots
Yeah.
and have time to react.
Yeah.
I think he might even put Sunken and be very afraid, but he doesn't need it.
So, this is really weird. Gurthang is starting to build Dragoons.
Yeah, I don't like not second, third base from from balance. It's greedy, I think, against this build. 1 base. And zealot pressure, we'll see. Maybe it gives another set of larvae and then.
Yeah.
2 zealots are very hard in this position. Now Gurthang can go behind the minerals and say hello from there.
He did hunt though. I mean,
drone's doing nothing. Yeah, there is a huge miss micro. He tried to drone drill against those zealots, but drones just moved and were staying there doing nothing. And I think maybe AI glitch or something like that.
Balance was also really slow on his. Oh, but this is a nice
Oh,
drone
this is
drill.
nice. Yes, yeah,
Great micro.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't do this move.
But he was a bit slow on his Zerglings, I think. He could have responded better to this. He saw it coming, and I think he didn't just build Zerglings. He should have had more than 4.
Also, you don't want to fight if you have Zergling disadvantage, even though Zealots are at your base. You can maybe a bit tank with the hatchery and move drones around. Not like losing 2-3 Zerglings to 3-2 Zealots, just to see those numbers. But this comes from the experience, I think.
I have to say though, oh, great Zergling run by. Forces a drone pull and gets a probe at 1 nexus. This is big. I really didn't like Gurthang's build though. Like going Gateway, then Cybernetics Core, then Citadel for leg speed, and then building a Nexus. This is really strange. And now it's 3 Zealots and 1 Dragoon against a bunch of Zerglings and Hydralisks already coming out. This should be no problem for Balance to defend. Yeah, he can just surround the Dragoon.
Yeah, and I see Balance has more drones than probes for the Protoss at this stage, and this is huge.
Yeah, and the Zealots won't really be able to do anything. And yeah, I think this is looking really bleak for Gurthang. Again, like in the last game it also looked really bad because of the late Nexus.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because Zerg doesn't have tech. He can overcommit with Hydra push, and if this Hydra Blast doesn't do anything, maybe Protoss is suddenly back into this game.
Yeah, but Protoss should die to this. He doesn't, he's just building the Forge. And there's like a lot of Hydras on the way.
Never mind. Yeah.
So
I didn't see it.
And he's
there's no Forge.
Yeah. And he's on 2 gates, so Balance should just move in now. He's a bit too passive. Yeah, I think he doesn't know what's going on really. Like it's a really weird build from Gurthang.
If Templar Archive finishes, maybe DT will save the day.
Yeah, there's no Overlord. But he should just push in. If you're going 3H Hydra, you have to be aggressive.
Yeah, this is huge mistake.
And now aim the cannons, aim the cannons, aim the cannons. Okay, aim the Zealots and then aim the cannons.
Yeah, I think Balance got it.
Cannons got cancelled, and I think Balance is going to win this. There's no way Gurthang is going to hold this. Yeah, I'm at the GG. So this was a fast game after the long game 1. And we have a series. It's 1-1 this time.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think it's still good for Protoss to pull those builds like this, because Zerg doesn't know what to expect. Because it's like not straight match on the ladder, it's a series. And when you play best of 3, best of 5, I think it's a good idea to mix in some new builds.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though it doesn't work this time, it could have worked for sure if Zerg overreacted or built all links instead of drones, and then how do you transition? You don't know what Protoss is doing, so it's easy to catch people off guard with those builds that you don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely in a best of 3 learn more than 1 build. Don't be a pancake princess. Don't only have your 1 build and be stubborn and be like, I can beat everyone with my macro. Just learn a few different builds and surprise your opponent. It's good. You want to do the introduction?
Yeah, sure. So this game on Polypoid, I think it was in the top left corner, playing as yellow Protoss, it's Gurthang, and in the bottom left corner, playing as a blue Zerg, it's Balance. A different shade of blue, not the usual blue.
Yeah, it's not the usual.
Blue.
I think it's called light blue in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Although...
I still don't know the new colors.
The new colors? Were there
I
less
think
colors?
It's a new one.
Yeah, I don't know. I am like playing the game for 5 months now, so...
Oh,
I only know...
There was like less of a subset of colors, and you could not choose your color in the game. And then they extended it and added a lot of different colors, sometimes weird colors when it matches the map layout, and you don't see units on minimap anymore, or the same color as the minerals, and people started whining
this
about
gateway
it.
Expand.
Oh yeah.
And this time it's on 10, so hit it bullet in time. So gate expand. I just hope that this time he moves out, because last time he gate expanded and then he just stuck there with his salad, which is really weird, because then you can just forge expand.
Yeah, I think for Gateway Expand, it's a good pressure build on the Zerg. If you see Protoss doing Forge Expand, you can just place your Overlord in the right position and go all drones. You don't need links until the gateway finishes, until like 3-4 zealots gathered and moved out. So you just feel free to Zerg as a Zerg to macro, but when it's gateway first, you kind of have to respect it. Build links instead of drones, like first 6 links and then maybe add some more if there's more zealots. Those kinds of things.
Yeah. But I'm not like... Gurthang, I think, has a very good late game, but his builds seem off. Like gate expand into a forge and then like a really late nexus. I don't know, looks kinda weird. You either gate expand and then you pressure, or you can forge expand, which is much more efficient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it's a pressure build, but he doesn't do it. He just build one zealot, plug
Yeah.
it in the wall, and not even building Nexus. Too careful.
Yeah. The interesting is the Zerglings can still one by. Oh no, now they can't. Now it's two zealots.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah. And now he's getting his Nexus, which is really late, so...
Yeah. Zerg is not mining gas, it can hurt him. Gas finished already, but it's not mined from.
Oh yeah, this is dangerous. I mean, Gurthang's build is also very far behind, but yeah, now he's starting to mine gas. Oh, and this is interesting. Look at the third hatchery position.
Yeah, taking the other
Yeah.
expansion, other natural.
If you place it if you place it at the natural, it's usually a sign that you go for a more defensive play. Where
Yeah,
you
because it's if you defend this spot, you can just
get your
stand
fourth
behind
up.
for free.
So we're probably not going to see 3-hedge hide. I'm just saying it that we're probably not going to see 3-hedge Hydra, and he builds a Hydra then.
Yeah, this is strange. Maybe he realized that gas was delayed and he wouldn't have a chance to go proper spire timing
Yeah, it's possible.
and just decide to put some hydro pressure. But I don't think it will be an all-in, but we'll see because of those this third hatchery put all the way
Yeah.
into the natural.
Let's see what he does. He's building one Hydra. Okay.
Okay, he's building starting with hydro speed, which is
The
a
normal
good
thing
sign
to
of
do.
an all-in, I think. I
Hydro
think
speed is
usually
the
you
normal
start
thing.
with range
No, no,
if it's
no.
not an all-in, no?
No. You always start with Hydro speed. I'm like 90% sure that you never get range first.
Okay. Thought you can just build 5 hydras to kill the wall with range and move them slowly, just if you don't do an all-in with the bust. But maybe I'm wrong.
The big problem, I think, is when you don't have Hydro speed is that that your Hydras get chased down by the Zealots and then they die. If you like only have 5. But I'm not completely like I know that someone Packrat, you do always go Hydro speed, right? I know he's watching, so maybe he can
Yeah,
answer.
he's in the chat.
Yeah. And the Overlord in the base goes down. But again, you should send your first Corsair out to scout.
Oh no, this is all in. It looks like 3 drones in the natural is a good sign of an all-in. It's like 9973, but
Okay.
it's 8
Yeah.
drones on the
And he's getting
Expansion
a fourth
close.
base. Is this 9734?
Yeah, and the Zerg's supply blocked, by the way. He could not reinforce.
So Packer just said that Keen said that if you're all in, you can go Hydro range first. So you
Oh,
probably
mm-hmm.
play normal if you have like... If you get... No, wait. If you play normal, you usually get Hydro speed, I think. But if you all in, you can go Hydro range, as Keen said.
Mm-hmm. So it's vice versa. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it wrong.
But maybe I'm going to ask later because now I'm curious.
Okay, nice. Denying this gateway.
Gateway
He
is
can
great.
kill Forge, I think, in this position as well.
Oh! Gurthang is bait. Gurthang is building way too many cannons. He's taking the bait. He thinks he thinks that it's a Hydra all-in. So this is a total overreaction.
Yeah. Now I'm fan of this Zerg. He's just not letting it up. He was down one game, then maybe got a bit lucky with the build the second game and didn't stress it out, just pushed with Hydras, and now
Yeah.
he's just doing genius strategy at this level of
Yeah.
play.
And I think Gurthang didn't even really scout the third base. I think he's now seeing it for the first time.
Let's see the meme. Yeah. Surprise.
Surprise, I have a third base and I have a fourth base even.
Yeah, now he's just like, what?
Yeah, and now it's
Should
like...
cancel cannons. But no cannons to cancel.
Yeah. Okay.
Now he's just in Stone Age economically.
This
1,
is...
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
this
8
is...
cannons.
This is a really interesting tech choice by Gurthang. He's getting an Arbiter tribute now.
This is interesting.
Maybe
Recall?
he's just... Yeah, I think so. Maybe he's just thinking, well, I'm behind, I have to do something, but I will never bust the Zerg with a frontal attack, so just recall. Also, really nice, Balance the Sea is spreading his Hydras, so that you can't just storm a bunch of Hydras.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying as Protoss.
Yeah, he's playing this game really well,
Yeah.
this particular map.
Balance is playing really like... This is an incredibly strong game from him. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and he's also spending his resources even the first game very well, and this game is kind of nice on doing this. And as I said, it he just stopped spending them, but he will come back to
Yeah, I'm sure.
do this.
And Gurthang is getting recall. So he's probably really going like, I can't do anything frontally, so I will just recall somewhere, which is... I think it's a decent move. I don't think Balance is expecting it.
Yeah, I agree. I would not judge on this move because it's already providing how it started. You have to do something like that to get it back into the game. And those players, you can see they're playing against each other and playing serious and scouting and adjusting for the opponent. It's just already a whole different level. I mean, there's a bright future for them. Maybe they'll meet in the finals or something. I'm not sure how well other players are prepared for this league. It's hard to judge.
I know that
looks strong.
There's a 1500 player around, apparently.
Yeah.
So I don't want to call names, but he got up from 1300 when he registered, probably. I don't know the exact MMR, but he's 1500 now, so I know who my money is. So the Arbiter's out, but the Arbiter doesn't have the energy, which is little fun info. This is why you research stasis before recall in PvT. Because if you research recall first, the Arbiter won't have energy anyways.
Oh, I see.
And Balance is now getting his Queen's Nest. And he should, like, you're on 4 bases, throw down more hatcheries. On 4 bases, I think you can, like, at least 9, maybe 10.
Yeah, and having as much minerals as Balance has now, it's even better to throw in more hatcheries. Just
Yeah.
spend it, and then you can have extra hatchery to macro from if you sleep again. So it's always better.
Yeah, definitely. He is setting up a contain, a lurker contain. But, you know, Balance's C was in a great position, but now I'm getting kind of scared. And
Yeah, those
Balance
lurker
is the,
contains
yeah.
are like double-edged sword. Sometimes you feel confident that you contain the Protoss and you still invest in the army to keep this contain a
Okay,
bit.
okay.
You could not drone all the way, you could not attack all the way, and then Protoss just busts it out and goes and kills your bases.
Yeah. But he got an overlord at the 9 o'clock position, so he will at least see the Arbiter before the recall comes in. And he's also spreading his overlords again, which I really like.
Yeah, map vision is huge. He
Yeah.
controls every possible place on the map.
But I think this is also, like, very hard. Like, you're looking at it and you think it's, like, kind of weird, but you need to get a sense for this when something is off. And I think you only get it through playing the game a lot. Like,
Yeah.
right now, Balance should know that something is up, and I would like to see a few Sunks at its bases and a Spore, because he sees there's no expansion. He knows that there can't be a move out because there's still a lot of cannons, and the Protoss army can't move through it.
Yeah, I would love to see Overlord move to the Protoss base.
Yeah,
like
just sack
9
one Overlord.
o'clock.
And the Arbiter's coming through. The
Yeah, you
Overlord
can
will
see it,
scout
but
it.
will we see it
Yeah,
really?
will he see
Like,
it? So let's see. Is there movement?
it's on the minimap, but you don't see sometimes.
Yeah, he didn't see it, unfortunately. So the Arbiter will go through. We'll just
And
recall
now he
into the
didn't
main.
see it. Oh, he sees this. Moving Hydras.
Yeah, now we realized.
I think it's fine. Just he can lose one
Yeah, I also think, like,
or
just
2 buildings.
yeah, just defend your natural. Don't over.
Oh, he's not reacting in time. Yeah, and no units nearby. All was put in the container, and he just, oh my god, he suicided all the Hydras into
Oh
cannons.
no.
All the army suicided.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. He's still in the lead. He just doesn't have to get nervous. No, don't pull your drones. Just build Hydras.
It's a panic move. It's
Yeah.
just he panicked, he lose all the army, and now very bad decisions. I can understand that as well,
Yeah,
but
I can also
losing this
understand.
base is not a big deal.
Yeah, it's really not. The Protoss is on 2 bases, and you're still
Yeah.
on 3. Everything is fine.
And map control is on the Zerg.
Yeah. Just rebuild your stuff. Realize that there's an Arbiter on the map. Get a few Sunkens up at your bases. And stay calm. And take another base.
Yeah, Protoss even having this army at the base barely can break this contain, or I
Yeah.
don't think he can even. Maybe with the Observer and Storms he will, but he split his army with this recall. So we'll see, but it's a huge loss morally for the Zerg. Just
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure if he reacts well.
But I think he recovered his composure. He's rebuilding properly. He has his Hydrogen up again. He has a spawning pool. He got a bunch of hatcheries at his 5 o'clock base. There's a drone moving up to the 1 o'clock position, so he will get his next base. The Overlord is following the shuttle. And the shuttle will probably see the 1 o'clock expansion attempt.
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot of expansions because he has minerals and
Yeah.
Protoss doesn't have as much units to just go and kill everything. He has contain even at his base. And
The Arbiter is flying in for recall, but this is going to go bad. There are a lot of Zerg units here. And the Arbiter just dies.
oh, nice lurker drop at the minerals.
Oh,
Protoss
this is
natural, you
great.
see? Yeah, this is killing all the probes. Everything.
Yeah.
10 kills, 1 lurker,
2
and
lurker
I
drops
couldn't.
even. This is a
Yeah.
multi-pronged attack. This is...
And second 9 kills. So they
Yeah.
killed 20 probes. Huge. Now it's 9 probes against 42 drones.
I think this is
Huge.
GG. I think Balance has weathered the storm.
Yeah. That's what you get for Arbiter recall on the main.
Yeah.
Just did the right move. Yeah, I like this series. They both play really well, and they think about their opponent, not only about the game in itself.
And now Gurthang is moving into the natural, and he's even breaking it. So that is something, but he's on 8 probes. And Balance has 2 mining bases. You have 3rd base on the way again. I think Balance got this, even if he loses the natural.
Yeah, Protoss should do some maybe crazy all-in type of thing, because you could not recover from 8 probes. Recover your economy when Zerg has 2 bases, he'll mining and can take any base any moment, and he's taking the top right.
Yeah, and now he's moving out. He knows that this is his only chance.
Now and ever.
And exactly, and Balance is now moving his army across.
Yeah, good break in the contain, but there are still 3 lurkers, and those reinforcements from Zerglings.
Yeah.
Hurts.
I mean, I really like for Balance not to just trickle in his army like this in a conga line.
Yeah, but at this point he just A moves into victory.
I think it's just... Oh, nice snipe on the High Templar though. This is really nice. Like, Balance always is looking for the High Templar snipes. Which is really great. But
just don't suicide on those cannons yet.
Oh, I mean, I think at this point, like, he doesn't have to necessarily, but...
Yeah, I think he could afford it if he reinforces and stuff. Just maybe gather a bit more.
Gurthang is moving out his army that was at the Zerg Natural again, but Balance is seeing it, so no surprise. Double layer coming up. And now he's breaking the natural, I think.
Yeah, for Gurthang there is no going back, I think, this game.
Yeah.
6 probes now, he's not even rebuilding. He realizes that there is no point in rebuilding anything.
I mean, he is rebuilding a lot of probes. He has 5 in the queue in this nexus and 4 in the other one.
Oh, I think they died to some lurkers or what? Or he just realized it, okay. Yeah, he was not rebuilding, but now he does.
Yeah, but a lot of dragoons dying at the natural. He's going to lose his last cannon. And I mean, there is this army on the map for him, but this is 5 hatchery production in this corner of the map. He won't be able to break it.
Yeah,
now he tried to move out
dwindling
with
for
zealots,
Protoss. 59 supply against, oh, it's 67, but still against 88 Zerg, and Zerg coupled supply, it's really bad.
Yeah. But I mean, Balance is still in a great position now, attacking into this. Good movement with the Hydras, still losing a lot, but what? That's a lot of storms.
Does Gurthang know about 1 o'clock base? It doesn't show for me. It's like on the minimap there is some spot, but not sure if it's bug or not.
I mean, there was a shuttle at... Oh no. There's no production for Balance.
So many probes will die again. This lurker will borrow at Protoss Natural and
Oh, does he get another? Yeah, but he should really build units at his base, because otherwise he's going to lose the drones.
I think it's still fine.
Yeah,
Believe me or
probably.
not, it's just well, it's a bit dangerous, yes, if it's just 1 o'clock base.
Yeah, but he
But
broke the
those
natural
eggs,
now. He broke the natural, so...
yeah. Zerg broke the natural and 18 Hydras in production is just ridiculous amount.
Yeah, he should be able to win this, I think.
Don't even need those Sunkens at the ramp. But better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Those 3 Dragoons can kill everything maybe. And the Archon.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
did keep the hatchery, so he can just build a round of drones and be fine. Gurthang is basically in his main base. He has one more push. Is building an Arbiter again.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Right now, it's better to just leave the game, I think. Nothing will save you.
I mean, it's fighting spirit.
Yeah.
It's like...
But you still kind of think, what are your options? If you are just playing to...
Yeah, true, but I mean... I don't
To
know,
do something.
like... This is a difficult topic. Like, I'm usually the person that gets frustrated if my opponent doesn't leave when I think I have the lead. But then again, it's StarCraft. Things can happen if your opponent slips. So I do understand the perspective of staying in.
Mm-hmm.
Is he going all in now with his probes? Oh no, he's just distant mining.
Yeah. For me, it's like I don't leave only when I'm very tilted, frustrated, angry. I want to just sit and see how my buildings die and think what I will do next game or how to counter this build I never seen before or things like that. Yeah, but usually if I don't see a way out, just call it a game.
I mean, Pekva just said that if Protoss doesn't know about 1 o'clock, then... I mean, he maybe thinks, well, I still got a shot. It's only 1 mining base. And I basically
Oh yeah,
still got...
and he saw that natural expired, right?
Yeah. So...
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's reasonable. I didn't think of that.
Sorry, Gurthang, nothing personal.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure again, we're not like trying to be mean or anything. So Hydras are moving in. This is a nice round. Did Focus fire the Arbiter, which I'm not sure if you need to. I would have rather seen the High Templar being sniped, but he had enough Hydras to just do what he wants. So Gurthang loses another army. Now more High Templars on the way, but nice micro from Balance.
Oh, that storm, yeah.
Forces the storm on their own High Templar.
There was like a storm on 1 Hydra, I think, or on 2,
Yeah.
just to kill them with storm rather than zealots. Nice.
Gurthang is now checking for additional bases, I think.
Yeah, he sees there is no base
Yeah,
here.
no base at 3
Maybe it's a
o'clock.
good spot still.
Yeah, and now he's moving up.
Now he will GG, I think, insta GG. Okay, he sees it. Maybe it's just established. I'd like to see him go top. Oh
Yeah.
no, he just still kill it.
And there are Hydras coming in, so I don't think the Zealots will kill the base in time, and the High Templar doesn't have Storm.
Yeah, this is the last... Oh no, it's not the last group. The very last are coming from the main of Gurthang. The last hope. It's like a...
Now Balance is turning the tables again, just going for the Protoss base. Also, look at the upgrades, I didn't realize. Zerg is on 2-2, Protoss is on 0-1.
Yeah, but providing how this game started, when he went for Arbiter and got contained really early,
Yeah,
he
he
maybe
can't
forgot
get...
about the upgrades and the usual stuff you should do.
And now, Balance is setting up another contain. Or is he just gathering troops?
Yeah. But I like how the Zerg is upgrading units and
Yeah, that's very
keep
good.
track of those upgrades.
Definitely. Also spending his minerals at the moment. Also pretty good is now deflecting this Protoss attack and pushes the Protoss back into the natural. Yeah, I think he can break this again. And that's the GG.
Yeah, that's GG.
I must say,
Be right back in 10 seconds, very quickly.
Yeah.
Need to go.
So while my cockhouse is away, just want to say, really impressive play by Balance.
Okay, now I'm back. My
that was faster than I thought.
battery just died.
I was just saying that really impressive games by Balance. Like, I really like the style of play.
Yeah.
Maybe
And like compared to my Zerg, he always has a huge gas bank, but he spends minerals really well. And for me, I'm out of gas in all matchups, ZVT, ZVP, but my minerals are really high. So it's like even for the same race, different play styles. It's invalid password, by the way.
Yeah, I was just thinking like just clean up the macro a bit.
Yeah.
And he said like he can do it far. Like, I really like his Hydra micro, how he sniped the High Templars. Do you see the game? Do you have an error again?
Yeah, it's error
okay.
again, maybe one more time. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, it's Blizzard. Like, I really like the Hydra snipes on the High Templars. I like how he saturates his bases. Just like a little bit more on the macro. Build more hatcheries, try to get your macro cycles more precise. And I think Balance is really set to go far.
Yeah, let me just rejoin the battle.net. I think it's not working. Yeah, maybe rehost and I'll try once more. Yeah, and Gurthang also reacting really well. He realizes that he could not pull it off and does the arbiter recall stuff. So something unorthodox, something on the spot, and in this case, it's kind of the right moves you should do to get this victory, even if you are at a disadvantage like this.
Yeah, definitely. I would though like for Gurthang to clean up his builds a bit. Like, it's really weird to do it. Still can't join.
No, let me rejoin with other account.
Wait. Let me just make the game public and you join real quick so that nobody else moves in.
Okay. Unable to join.
What the hell?
It's a different error. Let me try to reload my battle.net.
Yeah.
Maybe. Just completely close Brood War and battle.net. Yeah, it's strange. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and it's not connected to anything.
Yeah. Typical Blizzard. Can't get their servers working properly. I mean, it's a $1 million company. Why should you clean up your servers? You only have so little money.
Yeah, I wish like people who worked back then at Blizzard go organize their own company and make proper game so we can enjoy great games again. Maybe it will happen eventually.
Yeah. Can you join now?
Okay, let's try. No.
Then let me restart. Let me log into the Battle.net again.
Okay.
What about now?
Yeah, now it worked.
Okay, great. So we're in Aztec. I never played Aztec.
Yeah, I think I played it when it was on ladder some time ago. But I feel it's kind of, for me, similar to Solfit because it's 3-player map and I don't know anything
Okay.
about the game other than that. But it feels like it. So it's kind of scout in the same direction, most likely. And
Let me just quickly take a look at the game. So we have an inverted ramp at the natural, which means that once your natural breaks, it's really tough to come back. Even tougher than normally. We have a decent third to take. We have a good fourth to take. Yeah, I think this map looks pretty good for Zerg, to be honest. And it's a three map, and it's a 3-player map, so it's not so it's not splittable in a way, which I think also favors Zerg a bit.
Yeah, and I think also Zergin run-bys early game can work here. The ramp is huge on the natural, like, looks like you have to work hard to build the wall there. Not too familiar with Protoss walls, but...
So we're getting the gateway again. Let's see if he's going to try something. This is also a wall I'm not familiar with. I don't know. It's horizontal, so normally it would be pylon behind, forge on the left, gateway on the right, I think. But the gap looks really big, so maybe you have to do something crazy on here. I don't know, I never walled on Aztec.
Yeah, this time, by the way, Zerg is going for overpull into 11 hatchery, playing it a little bit safer than 12 hatch.
I mean, this is what balanced it all games, right? He
And
went
did he? I
overpull
think
every
one
game.
time when he built 12 hatch, maybe last game.
No, I'm pretty sure it went overpull. I think it was the other player, the first one that...
Oh, sorry then.
Yeah, no problem. And Gurthang this time goes for the Nexus, for the early Nexus, for the really early Nexus.
Oh, Balance is in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen him. He said that that his last game wasn't good, and I disagreed because I think it's great. As I said, like if he cleans up his macro, he's going places. I tell you.
Yeah. For sure.
So building 6 Zerglings is a sign that you're going to go more aggressive.
Yeah, and I think Gurthang not building any cannons can hurt him really if he misses those run-bys. This run-by. And he moves out with the Zealots. Perfect timing for the Zerglings.
And he's seen.
Balance. Killing this probe, focusing on the probe and not on the Zealots, and having nice micro, I mean.
Yeah, balance micro is great. Like also like how you always snipe the High Templars, and I was running by and we'll get into the main. So
yeah, how he ran around Zealots and attacking only probe, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Future J-Dong for sure.
And he did provoke a probe pull, so the probe mining's really inefficient at the moment. Is grabbing the third at an interesting position.
Yeah, this you don't always scout, and Gurthang, I think it's 2 base all in or start seeing some ghosts.
Yeah, probably. Like, this is really great mind games. Balance is really playing a really, really great series. I can only repeat myself.
Yeah, and while he moved around with his earning, like ran around Protoss base, he was also able to macro behind, and you don't see it very often. Usually people float, and
Yeah.
they either do micro or macro. Good multitasking as well.
Yes,
Uh,
true.
Nice move out attempt with Zealots, just a bit scaring the Zerg, but you know what's coming on the minimap.
Oh yeah, a lot of Zerglings.
Zerg is not scared of those three
And
Zealots at all.
there's also one cannon. And there's only one cannon, and the Zealots are not in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have liked him to wait for the other Zerglings.
And I like those mind games. Now Zerglings are dying, you see, and Zealots can move out, and he's baiting for the Zealots to move out. Like, okay, Zerglings die. You can go now and kill me.
Yeah,
Nice. I like it a lot. Now
but
he can just run.
Gurthang not taking the bait. And oh, this is messy, but there's a lot of Zerglings, and they
Oh,
get
it's
onto the
fine, it's
cannon.
fine.
Yeah, they get onto the cannons. They
Still fine.
kill all the Zealots.
No,
Yeah.
no, you should go kill probes,
Yep.
I think.
I mean, or like just kill the pylon.
Yeah, now he
Yeah.
focuses the
Now we
pylon.
realize the
Good
pylon.
job, Balance.
And going into the main base.
Nice reaction from Gurthang by
Yeah.
building two cannons. I think they might finish in time.
And like moving out with his probes to defend the cannons is also pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, going with his probes into the natural, I'm not a big fan of this move because there are too many Zerglings for the probe to handle.
Yeah, and Balance kind of killing the natural, and I think it's also fine if he kills just the natural and leaves on Gurthang on one base, even if he didn't take the main base because of cannons. Still fine. It's 3 base Zerg. Yeah, I like those builds.
Really great drill from Gurthang here. Did kill a lot of Zerglings for not a lot of props, and now but more Zerglings coming in.
Yeah. In Balance, I think each game brought a different build or slight variation of the build.
Yeah, true.
First game was very like economic focused, then contain with attempted fake Hydra bust, like 3 Hedge Hydra into fourth 9734, whatever how it's called. Yeah, now this run by, it's crazy. What do you can expect from this guy? He can play serious for sure.
So 3 groups of Zerglings. But this is a heavily fortified position. And I don't think... Can you break this?
Yeah, I think he can break it.
Okay.
Just judging from how many links.
Yeah, true.
Like usually it's unbreakable for unlimited links when it's on the ramp or there is a natural tight choke point, and this is open area, so
and there's the GG. So Balance take this one back from a 1-0 to a 3-1.
Yeah, congrats. Very well played by him.
Really great games. So the next one is a Bug versus Berrygoround, and we know Berry.
Yeah, I remember. He's a solid Protoss player. We casted him in group stages, and he also likes to mix his builds. I really like 3 gate into 4 gate, 1 base.
Yeah, I'm curious if he just goes like one base builds again.
He might, for sure.
Oh, I have to rename my games. Somebody stole my name. And he's playing a buck who I also casted. I casted the Group K tiebreakers. Where he beat Arcade Plus in a ZVT. But I have never seen him play ZVP, so I'm curious what he got in store for us. I think
Okay,
he
let's see it.
built a rather economic build against Arcade Plus, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes normally. He also makes he also made the impression of me in the help thread that he plays. Oh no, I know that he said that he likes aggressive build and that he tried 5-hedge Hydra no gas, but it didn't work for him. So my money is on 3-hedge Hydra.
Okay, let's see. 3-hedge Hydra is a very good build, and
Yeah.
I remember when I was just learning Brood War last year, maybe I was very much struggling with ZVP, and then Tai 2 taught me how to do 3-hatch Hydro Blast, and I even got like tier 2 CPL victories against Protoss players, no problem with this build. But then I like felt so dirty that I should learn proper macro builds, because only thing literally in the game I knew is how to bust Protoss with 973 build exactly, and get it on time, and that's
Yeah.
it. If there are cannons, okay, I'm out of this game.
So Barry is going for the normal Forge Expand. Is building the wall in a way which is, I think, the normal way. Forge on the left, gate on the right. Could move his prop away, maybe.
And it's looks like an overpull into 11 hatchery from a bug.
Yeah. So everything very normal at this point.
Yeah, and providing that this is their first game, I think it's a good way to approach it. Just play a macro game from both sides and see who's stronger in a normal game, and then adjust based on that whether you should be more aggressive or
Yeah.
more eco-focused and just play solid game.
A bug going for a single circling, which is also normal, although why isn't he droning?
Yeah,
Building one
idle larva.
drone.
Banking
Oh,
for
this
the
is
hatchery.
yeah. He was banking for the hatchery. A bit early, I'd say.
Yeah, it's
Could have
strange.
built,
Maybe you
yeah.
should clean up a little bit.
He could have built the drones beforehand. I mean, supply-wise, the hatchery was on time, but the drones were a bit late as a result of not building them.
Yeah, and for the newer players, I think you shouldn't look exactly at the supply, but kind of your build should line up. So you build almost every time something like drones, units, buildings, and then they line up properly. Like you
Yeah.
have money at the time you need it.
Definitely. And so everything completely standard for Barry is getting the gateway. I'm not sure about this wall. I'm totally not sure about this wall. This wall basically screams, please run by.
Yeah, it's a huge gate.
Yeah.
On the right.
This is like a 4 zealot gap. You don't want this.
We'll see, maybe he'll cover it with cybernetics core later.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's building it in the main, never mind, yeah.
I was just
Not
told
this
that
time.
my scoreboard isn't adjusted properly, so let me just very quickly...
Sure.
So it's
Zerk
alright.
is going for more hatcheries before the lair.
Yeah.
And he's mining gas only with one drone. I'm not sure if it's intentional or not to mine with one drone. And this is strange because you can just get the gas later and not punish your economy by getting early gas, spending one drone to build it, and then mine it with one drone. Just
Yeah.
feels weird.
Yeah, I think there's like, we've seen it a lot. Like, I would suggest for players to really clean up their build orders, because this really helps a lot. And now 2 hatcheries at the natural is also kind of weird.
Yeah, you can put the second hatchery
Yeah,
at
you
the
want
third
one at the
location.
third to wall. Hatchery and Evo at the third, and hatchery and den at the natural.
Yeah, this is a very strange build. Now the layer is on the way.
Yeah.
But maybe he knows what he's doing and just played it so many times that it's kind of comfortable for him to do this build for some reason. But I just couldn't read it exactly. What are the
Yeah.
advantages of such
Oh,
thing?
there's a big problem. There's neither Spire nor Hydrogen, and there's a Corsair out.
Oh yeah,
And another
now we
Corsair
see
on the
why this
way.
build is bad.
Yeah. Just want to say though, Barry's build is really on point. Although the Citadel is really late.
Yeah, it's
If the
getting a lot
Citadel...
of Corsairs non-stop.
Yeah. Also, again, which I've seen like a few times today, the first Corsair has to move to the Zerg base. It's really important. I know you want to get the juicy Overlord kill, and I know the feeling, but move your Corsair into the Zerg base just to be sure.
Yeah, Scout is
And A-Buck is
more good.
going really heavy on the Zerglings.
A bug built at the same time Hydraulic Den and put Spire roughly at the same time, but Hydraulic Den of course finishes faster,
Yeah.
so he gets Hydro speed, but still he
Oh,
gets
this is...
Spire.
Oh no, A-Buck isn't watching his Zerglings. And they are
Yeah,
fighting
this
split.
happens a lot.
Yeah, now
Now
he's
he will
losing
lose
all of
ult
his
and
Zerglings against 5 Zealots. But I'm on the way, so he should be able to clean this up. But it
yeah.
cost him a lot of Zerglings.
And a bug of your build, I think, Speedlings, if he planned to do some run by, oh yeah, he's doing it. But trickling,
Yeah.
it's hard to control those groups. But yeah, I wasn't sure if he built the Zorgans just to defend Zealots. In that case, it's too many. Or if it's run by, then it's fine. But the timing is missed because Protoss saw it.
Yeah, and now he's losing all of his Overlords.
Yeah, looks terrible for the Zerg. Let's see how this run by works. Protoss didn't react as he should, but maybe he perfectly calculated it. Yeah, I would be more scared as the Protoss. Just pull probes, maybe put Zealots tighter together, one more cannon just to survive this, because knowing how many Zerglings were made is just the only thing you need is to survive, and you're fine.
A-Buck building a lot of Scourge now. There's 1, 2, 4, 8, 10. That's enough for 5 Corsairs.
Yeah, we'll see if they connect. Right now he's trying.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All of the Corsairs died.
That was
Yeah,
nice.
it's very hard to control all like Corsairs all the time. You see, they paused for a second and just all died.
What I like is that A-Buck builds another hatchery and is going up to 6. Probably because he thought, well, I have 1.5k minerals.
Yeah, and he's supply blocked unfortunately right now and could not build any more units.
Yeah, and he's more Overlord. But
this is very common supply, by the way, for the Zerg to get supply blocks.
But Barry's build is also very late. Like, he's lacking gateways. It's now getting gateway number 5 and 6, so this is a number that's acceptable. And I would really suggest to build the gateways in a cluster, because it makes it much easier to macro. You don't want them split out like this. I've once overheard people saying that it's a sign of StarCraft 2 players. I'm not exactly sure why, because I never played the game, but...
Yeah, that's very interesting. Maybe because in StarCraft 2 you have very weak pylons and you spread them.
Yeah,
But no, I'm not sure why, yeah.
as I said, I don't know. I just overheard it at some point. But yeah, the general gist is try to build your gateways in one cluster. Because you want to macro them with your camera hotkeys, you want to go F2, gateway, 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 gateway. And this doesn't work if you split your gateways like this.
Yeah, look how many zealots Berrygoround has.
Yeah, should consider going into Dragoon production at this point.
This is just crazy. He has such a good macro that you don't used to seeing as many zealots.
I just think Barry really likes zealots. Like, he also built a lot of zealots in the group phase games.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah.
They fight good against Hydras, but they melt against Lurkers, and Zerg is not on Lurker tech, if I didn't miss it.
I mean, they also lose against Hydras when the Hydras get a critical number. Because they're melee units. And range units are superior when there are a lot of them. Because of the pathing.
But at this stage I think it's fine if the supplies are close. Especially with legs and +1. But Zerg also having upgrades for the Hydra damage, and now starting his Lurker attack.
Yeah. I don't like the Zerglings. Like, Zerglings are really trashy in the mid-game.
Oh, right now they'll be killed.
Yeah, in 2 hits, because the Zealots have +1 upgrade, so you really want to only do Hydras and Lurkers until you get 5. But this is a really nice position at the ramp, but the Hydras are really clustered, and there are 5 High Templars coming in.
Oh, nice storms.
Yeah, but...
Very nice storms.
But also nice Hydra micro. He did move them back and stuff, and moved a few around.
Yeah, and he was fighting, Zerg was fighting on the high ground, which is nice, but still those storms were crazy.
Oh, but now he's building like a lot of Zerglings. I don't know. You really want to build Hydras.
Yeah, Zerglings are fine when there is a +1 armor upgrade for them. Like at this stage, if he had +1 armor on those Zerglings, then Zealots don't kill them in 2 hits anymore. It's like counter to this +1. But right now, yes, it's completely, they are trashed by those Zealots.
Yeah.
Because I did some no Hydra builds with links into, like Lurker Ling into Ultralisks, and didn't use Hydras at all in ZVP for some time. They do work against Zealots, but only if you have equal upgrades armor against attack.
And also, I think Barry is on 8 or 9 gates. I think you do need 1 more hatchery against it. I mean, oh no, he does have a 4th base, so it's okay. But he should, like, if he has a 4th base, he should try to throw up 2 more hatcheries.
Yeah, very nice push right now. Killing those 2 hatcheries, I think can push all the way into the main. Has the potential.
Yeah, I think those are too many Zealots.
Supplies are ridiculous. Even Barry now could not spend everything that he's mining from 3 base, and has a lot of units. 44 probes. He's also on point in probe production, I think, to this stage of the game.
Eh,
Yeah, bug, unfortunately. A bit
yeah,
strange build, yeah, in the beginning.
yeah, a bit of a bitch. And just wanted to also say, like, at 14 minutes, you want more than 44 probes. Just as a little mark.
Mm-hmm.
You want non-stop probe production until like around 10 minutes, and then you should have 50 to 60 probes. But yeah, generally great macro by Berry. In the early stages of in the early stages of the game. Words are hard.
And for a bug, I think also good tip will be do not try to fight zealots when there are a lot of high templars. Like the Zerg can hydra push and fight with hydras in the middle of the map until there are until not many high templars, like before the high templars. If there are 3 4 5 high templars, hydras just melt with storms if you do any other tech.
I
There are builds when
mean,
you stay on hydras all the time and just like 6 hatch hydra, or I don't
yeah.
know, just build hydras, don't tech to lurkers, don't tech to anything, and then you can fight. And it requires, I think, great micro. Unable
Yeah.
to join the game, by the way. For now, not sure.
You can't
Let me
join again?
rejoin. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Uh,
just think better to pull back and wait for lurkers and try to take bases and win economically,
yeah.
maybe in a longer game when you lost already this timing window when you can be powerful with hydras before the templars.
I
So it's
mean,
kind of back and forth.
have you seen crossplay?
uh Not the game you have in mind, I think. I've seen him play
I
ZVZ a
mean,
lot, but not I
yeah.
didn't see his ZVP.
I've seen him play a few times. He kills people with hydras, regardless of high templars. But I think it's very important to have a game plan of what you want to do. Like, do you want to do 6 hedge hydra? Do you want to tech into hive? Like, you're going to tech it into hive at one point, but it's really important to know what you want to do and what your timings should be.
Yeah, it's a great point. You cannot do
Yeah.
everything at once, and each tech 3 decision puts you at a disadvantage of army, kind of. You balance those things as a
Yeah. Like, I don't want to go too much into detail because I'm not that great of a player myself, but it's really important to have a clear game plan and know what you're doing and know the timings, or at least the general idea of the timing. Anyways, do you want to do the introduction?
Yeah, so in the top right corner, it's Protoss player Berrygoround leading 1-0 in the red, and in the bottom right corner, it's a bug Zerg player in the magenta color, maybe taking his revenge this game. We'll see. Put a spawning pool after Overlord. So far so good.
Yeah.
And for the Protoss player, it's Forge Expand.
Scouting pattern is a bit weird because this doesn't go to the natural, but to the main base.
Yeah, for Overlord Scout, you mean, right?
Yeah, exactly. You usually want to go toward the natural.
Yeah, but sometimes you know this probe trick when Protoss scout the middle one, see the Overlord with the probe, and then go to the opposite direction. Like there's a play preventing this is to scout in the wrong direction specifically. Just probe won't catch your Overlord in the usual position. It's like the next stage.
And I need to make my point again to all Protoss players. Clean up your walls. This is again like pile him behind on a vertical wall doesn't work. You're going to have a giant gap in your wall, and against better Zerg players, they're just going to build a bunch of Zerglings and run by, and then you lose. Because you probably need like 4 Zealots to close the hole. So I'd really encourage Protoss players to look up the walls or go on the map and like just throw down walls. Get the sheets up, go Black Sheep wall, and then just build walls and put Zealots into it and be like, so this works. Because this is like, how many Zealots do you need for this? 5? 6?
Yeah, Prop Scouting, the Zerg player sees that there are some Zerglings, no layer, no gas this time. Last time I think it was faster gas, now it's no gas.
Yeah.
And lining up either to some Hydra aggression with late gas, or I'm not sure, or many hatcheries rather before gas. We'll see.
Yeah. So Barry goes for 2 cannons, which is probably the wise move if you have a gap that large.
And he also saw 6 Zerglings made, maybe being careful.
A bug with the... Oh, this is... Is he going 5-hitch Hydra before gas?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 for now, and I think he's banking. Yeah, looks like 5 hatch before gas.
Yeah. And we have your favorite thing again. Look at the natural of the Protoss.
Oh yeah, the cyber core in the wall.
Yeah, the cyber core, the natural.
I think this is not like in this particular wall, it's not blocking as much cannons as in previous games.
Yeah, but you still don't want to have your cyber core in your natural normally.
Yeah.
Let me see. Gateway, Stargate. This is also... Oh, another gateway. Okay. I was just saying this is... Okay, this is still weird. Like, why do you build a gateway if you have like... If you're going up to 3 gates, you can just go Citadel and speed. It's like... Especially if there's no overload over your base.
Yeah, Barry was in the chat, maybe he can answer.
Yeah, Barry, what was your idea? Why did you build a Stargate and 3 gateways? We want to know.
And by the way, Zerg took his gas only now. I'm not sure if he has time to react for the first Corsair and save his overlords. One will die for sure, but I'm not sure how many.
Should get a Hydrogen up. Like 5-hitch Hydra before gas. You don't need a layer this early.
Yeah, it's like 6 hatches. Oh my god. He's doing some crazy builds. Again. But yeah, I liked how it started. So there was no gas until 5 hatcheries. And then there is double gas. It's also fine, but what do you do with this Corsair?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's getting a few overloads, it's fine.
Yeah, not actually such a big deal. Hydra then builds very quickly.
Yeah, it's alright. He's going to lose 1 overload, it's okay. But a bug again. Too many Zerglings. Why do you need so many Zerglings at the 7-minute mark?
Yeah, don't need as many. I think it's also Zealot Nightmares in ladder that put this practice.
There are 2 things which I want to address. It's first, yeah, Barry says he goes Corsair Zealot, which, of course, is a thing you usually do, but...
Would Corsair get the Overlord? I think no.
If you go 3 gates, right now you don't have a Templar Archives. You die to, like, I guess the build is okay at lower levels, but if you plan to go up then you just die because you don't have High Templars. And the Zerg will just overrun you with Hydralisks and... yeah.
Yeah, meanwhile, Berrygoround still harasses Overlords with Corsairs. He killed, I think, 2 in the natural.
Okay.
Tried to kill 1 in the main, but didn't get it, and now kills the Overlord scouting his natural.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And what I also wanted to address is, I'm not completely sure, but I think when you go 5H Hydra no gas, you get the Hydralisk then before the lair. I think so, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like it.
I think you get lair before then.
I have to verify. I didn't play it for a long time. Don't remember
yeah, but
already.
let's see. So we have Zealots moving out. That's a good number of Zealots, but they won't do anything. There's an adequate number of Hydras.
Yeah, it's a lot of Zealots. I don't think even those a number of Zorgans will be enough with a bit of Hydras. He's not reacting.
Yeah,
A bug should react and pull
yeah.
units right now.
Not reacting properly.
Yeah, he doesn't see it almost like... Or he sees it but not realizing he has Hydras as well.
Yeah.
He can move them. Yeah, now he does. Oh no, not the best engagement.
No, definitely not.
And now probably the bug thinks Protoss just embrace, builds only Zealots, attack moves, and that's it.
Yeah.
But actually it was slow reaction to pull Hydras and every unit to defend. Now he's losing hatchery, losing a lot of stuff that he could have prevented only just by reacting to this attack.
I think it's really unfortunate. A bug had a good build and he had a good number of Hydras, and this should never have worked, really.
Yeah. And I like the idea to go for this economic advantage that the bug was doing.
Yeah. But now he's just getting overrun by Zealot because... a bit slow on the macro and stuff. I know it's pretty fast to lose like this, a Zerg, but... it's just really unfortunate.
Yeah, I also noticed Hydra speed was very late, and if he had Hydra speed, maybe those Hydras will be more of use than they are.
Yeah, true. Also, you need to wall this better. This is really important.
Yeah, and he left without GG, so it shows it that he was not expecting such an attack, such a way to lose the game.
The lesson of the day is like, look at your walls. It's important. Be it Zerg or Protoss.
So 2-0 for Berrygoround,
exactly.
Looking solid and
looking very solid, yeah.
Knowing when to push, just good overall so far. Yeah, and he didn't go for any one-base build yet, just playing it safe, playing... by the way, again, the bug for joining the game.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what happened, even today, like, we didn't have this thing before, I think, on the group stage cast.
Yeah,
or did
true.
we? Right now it's completely...
and I just looked up 5H Hydra before gas on Team Liquid. And I don't know that Team Liquid can be kinda outdated, but it says Hydra then before layer.
Oh, that's useful.
Yeah, which is...
thanks for checking.
Which is what I would suspect, but... Team Liquid is outdated, so I don't know, so better ask somebody else who knows.
It would make sense because you need Hydra then for Corsair, and Corsair comes pretty fast, and even...
oh no! Like... Did you see this?
Oh.
This was really unfortunate. Oh, this happened so quickly that a drone bugs through the mineral line.
Yeah.
This is frustrating. Anyhow, At the 12 o'clock position, playing in the color pale yellow, playing a Zerg, we got a bug. And at the 8 o'clock position in the color red, playing as Protoss, we got... Oh, I forgot to deactivate the overlay. Storm says dem before layer, yeah, which is what I just said. Hydro dem before layer. And we have a pylon in base. Did I do the introduction? At the 8 o'clock position, playing red Protoss, Berrygoround Protoss. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I was asking whether the overlay was put for previous game or only now.
No, only now. I
Oh,
usually remember
that's
by
okay,
now.
yeah.
It's not as
I was
terrible as in my early days of casting, where we had a ZVZ that went 20 minutes, and I had the overlay on for like 16 minutes of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Or you can cast with no sound. It also happens, and yeah, if
Yeah.
also not every time somebody in chat, so you notice it
Yeah, true.
way later.
So we're getting an overpool again. And 11 hedge. Meanwhile...
Yeah, now Berrygoround Protoss does the right build
Yeah.
for the occasion.
He's going with the pylon in base. 2 gateways. Was it 10-12 gate? I didn't watch. Probably, right? Yeah, it looks like 10-12 gate.
Should be 10. So I think 9-9 in main, and it's kind of strange why you can proxy it and do better job.
Drone scout is a bit late, I think, for a bug.
Yeah.
And
It's like things don't go his way. He's losing losing 2 games, and then even drones not mine in the beginning can be tilting.
yeah, true. Overlord is here at the natural, so I hope he realizes he should know now. If there's no main base here and there's nothing at the natural, then there's only one thing that can happen, and this is 2 gate.
Yeah, he's moving all
And
over
he's
into
pulling
the
the
main.
overlord, okay,
He'll
so...
see the zealot, the probes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows.
So...
Will he cancel the 3rd base?
Oh, yes, 3rd. Yeah, he should cancel it. He needs the hatchery at his natural to block. And he should take gas for circling speed.
Oh, there's the 3rd gate. Yeah, this is the usual build of this guy.
Yeah, this is the berry build. 3 gates off of one base.
And
Why
even
not?
maybe put 4 gates just in case you sleep with the macro cycle.
Yeah. Like, I mean, he has won every single game with this build I watched. So it definitely works for him.
Yeah, and it's nice to have it in your bag of builds, kind of, to pull it out when you need it, or to surprise, or to finish your opponent with this build. So very nice. I would rather see him do it 2nd game to see how the opponent reacts to this, and then maybe adjust. But doing it 3rd game also fine.
So a bug is only building Zerglings, which is okay, but
there's 4 probe pool. Oh my god, this is so huge.
And a bug doesn't have enough Zerglings, and he should really throw down some at the natural, I think.
And cancel those 3rd base that he didn't cancel. It's just for the future. The tip you should always cancel when you see this. Because no way, from so far away, everything comes to main to defend. It's huge.
There was a question how you hold this. So, since I think that A-Bug is dying to this, I want to talk about this really quickly. So, the normal response, and please take everything I say with a giant boulder of salt, and ask somebody who knows, like ping out of turtle. Or you know what? Everyone who has a question about 3 hedge, like how to hold this, I'm going to ping out of turtle after the game. and he will explain it in the Zergcat thing on the RSL server. This is probably better than me talking about it, because I shouldn't talk about things like that.
Yeah, me neither. And
And
now
yeah,
it's game.
they're GG.
Easy
And
for Berry,
yeah,
looks like.
Berry got this easily.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Berry win this 3-0, which
very nice
means...
play.
Yeah, definitely, with his trademark build. I was scared we are not going to see it today. But he just pulled through in the last game of it.
Yeah, for the Zerg it's very hard. Once this hatchery finished, especially, um, very hard to do anything out of two
Yeah,
hatcheries with those probes and zealots. You should build links from the beginning and cancel hatchery and put one sunken in the natural, and just there is whole different game how to react to this and survive. It's very technical build.
yeah. That's the little thing that I can just say, like, if you see 2 gate, the normal response is don't get a third. Your third hatchery comes at your natural, and you get gas as fast as possible, and then you get speed. But as I said, I will ping out of Turtle after the game, and he will explain it in the Zerg help at some point, so...
Yeah, especially
Yeah,
two gates like this.
yeah,
Not like two gates in the expansion and then with possible to put
yeah.
Nexus behind. Maybe this time you can like defend with closer third base and not cancel it if it's very close. Many aspects of this,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, the 3 people that will advance are Porkraven, Balance, and Berry.
Yeah, congrats to them.
Definitely. Big congratulations to the players. And I also want to say to the losers of the game that you shouldn't be discouraged. It's a hard game, and you learn by losing a lot, so don't take it too hard. And I also wanted to say again that if we criticize players, we really don't try to be too negative. Just like there are really obvious things that go wrong, like if the build order is a bit off, or if the wall isn't okay, that can be fixed relatively easy, and which you should try to work on if you want to like improve. That is, if you just want to play for fun, then that's fine as well. I think this is everything that I have to say for now. So, do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to add this thought regarding build orders. I have a bit different kind of spin on it. For me, like as a newer player, it's much more important not only to follow them and learn them, but also to take your time to learn the game in general. Like if you are a really new player, and because I burned out on this, like grinding the build orders and hating my life. So uh, just take your time and learn the game, and just ask yourself why you're doing certain thing, like what you should be doing, try to do different thing. Just initially it's important to just how, I don't know, how child explores the world and tries to play with stuff and ask what's this, what's that. So just try to learn on your own, see what fits your style, whether you're a more aggressive player, more macro player. Try to go for different routes and see what works, and then kind of try to minimize the unnecessary things because you could not build everything, and try to optimize your own build if that's what rings with you, because different people learn differently. And myself, for example, I don't like to grind specific build orders and remember timings and all that. It puts too much stress in my games, and I can burn out from it and have less enjoyment from playing. It's, for me, it's nice balance
Okay.
to keep.
So yeah, that brings the cast to an end. I hope everyone had fun. And I'm probably going to do more casts this week. I don't know if Quad will be around. I'll ask him. And I hope to see you in the next one. I hope that you had fun, and I hope that you will have a nice evening or day, or whatever time it is, wherever you are.
Thanks for
Goodbye.
watching, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
thanks for watching. Bye.